promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Second day of the rest of your life.
Yeah, Did you notice any rain yesterday?
None.
I didn't notice
Not
any.
a
I thought I heard
drop
thunder
one.
around 7.
It got a little windy around 5 o'clock.
Yeah. I thought I heard thunder around 7:30. But maybe I didn't.
You know what that means, right?
Huh.
You jinxed it.
Did I?
Yeah.
By hearing
We
thunder?
talked about we talked about it yesterday. You reported on it.
Oh, it was my fault.
Yeah. So address all complaints to Mike Winters, care of Pecos Valley Broadcasting.
There you go. I ticked off Mother Nature by talking about the weather.
How dare you? You stood on a precipice in front of a microphone and you blasted out into the ether that, yes, there will be rain. You didn't do that, but, you know.
I said 50%. I proclaim.
You might as well spat in God's face.
I proclaim it will rain. You shall not pass today without rain.
I bring to you these 10 commandments.
Yeah, that's what I did. Didn't work out so well. But anyway, happy Tuesday. We do have a 30% chance of rain today, so we'll see what that does.
It did do a pretty good job of keeping the temps down.
Yeah, the weather temps-wise was nice. And we got one more day of nice temps before... actually, I take that back. Tomorrow's going to be 80. It'll be nice, too. But Thursday, we're back into the 90s and then into the hundreds by, like, Friday. So enjoy your 77 today and your 80 tomorrow.
Kickstart to the summertime season for the kiddos, actually, at the end of this week.
Yes, my wife is waiting with bated breath as we get through this week.
It must. I mean, I understand that they go through so much. But this time of year, this last week, I mean, it's got to just feel so good knowing you've got... as an adult, I have never had a whole month off of work that I wasn't unemployed.
Right.
I just don't understand what that's like.
I don't either.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Don't look at me. I don't know what that like either. My wife does, but I don't. But
Now, I mean, I know that the entire rest of the year is just like, scribble.
Oh, yeah.
I want to kill everyone. But, you know, for that 2 months, it's nice. It's nice.
Unless your home life is a wreck. But, yeah.
Fair enough.
But, yes, I know many are excited when this week will be over. So, kids, teachers, a few parents right now. That'll change after a couple weeks. But, yeah, so.
What are you doing this summer? Working. This, turns out. More of this. Just a lot hotter.
I do have a full slate for you today.
Yes.
So let me give you this rundown here. This hour, we're actually going to replay an interview. We had the folks from the Chaves County Health Council join us yesterday. In August is the big health expo that they put on every year.
Yep.
But now, right now, they're looking for vendors, they're looking for sponsors, they're looking for all that, and the deadline for that's coming up here at the end of June. So we want to put that on your radar. So we're going to play that for you here in just a little bit. In the 8 o'clock hour, we've got 2 different guests coming in.
Wow.
We're going to have the folks from American Legion Post 28 join us, give us an update on what they've got going on, and, of course, invite you out to Memorial Day services that they've got planned. Actually, there's going to be Post 28s doing their stuff at South Park Cemetery and Post 61 out at Memory Lawn. So And matter of fact, we'll get to that in a minute too. But American Legion Post 28 will join us in the 8 o'clock hour talking about Memorial Day and talking about what they've got going on. Also in that hour, we'll have the folks from Sun State Technologies join us and talk about their business, talk a little bit about the services that they can provide your business or home when it comes to cyber protection. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15, American Legion Post 61 will join us, and they're going to talk about their Memorial Day plans and they're coming in for their monthly visit and just give us an update on everything happening with Post 61. So, plus we'll have all of your features that include the news of the local, national variety, along with your town hall, Wall Street business updates, and whatever else we can come up with for today's show.
You get legionized today.
I am. We are. You are. We all are. There we go. But yeah, with Memorial Day weekend right around the corner,
Oh, it feels apropos.
it's nice to remind folks why you're getting a 3-day weekend. And I hope some people go out to one or both. And the good news is they're at different times. You can catch one will be in the morning, one will be in the afternoon. So you can go to both events on Memorial Day if you'd like. So
Absolutely.
But we'll talk all about that with those folks today. Before we do any of that, let's take a look at that weather. I'm just reporting.
You're going to do it again, aren't you?
Well, I feel like I have to report it. That's kind of what we do. And
You could let Steve report it and you'd be completely, blameless.
I could.
Then it'd all be his fault.
It's
You could
all
just
his.
play the weather and then come back and replay it again. So he says it twice and you say nothing.
But I fill in the nooks and crannies.
You really are the Egg McMuffin of morning radio.
I'm the butter on his English muffin.
That's right. The butter. Let me butter your muffin, baby. This got weird.
I want an English muffin all of a sudden, too. So many nooks and crannies. It is 7:12. Let's get into the nooks and crannies that is your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We do have a slim chance of a shower or thunderstorm later on today. Otherwise, it'll be fair. Afternoon high stays pretty cool, upper 70s to low 80s. Partly cloudy for the overnight hours. We'll drop into the upper 40s and a little bit breezy. And then lots of sunshine coming our way on Wednesday. Still comfortable on the daytime highs, low 80s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, 63 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 63%. Coincidence? Yes. Winds currently out of the north at 13 miles per hour. For today, as Steve mentioned, there is a slim chance. Slim is 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. They're saying mainly after 3. They do say if we do get a storm, it could be severe, partly cloudy with a high of only 77 today. That's good news all around. Winds a little breezy out of the north, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with an overnight low of 47 degrees. Winds will be out of the northeast, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, dare I say, your last cool weather respite before it warms back up. That's an ish. Sunny, highs near 80 tomorrow. West winds 5 to 10. Wednesday night, clear skies with an overnight low of 51. East winds 5 to 10. And then Thursday, we're warming back up. First into the 90s. Sunny, 92 on Thursday. Winds will be out of the north 5 to 10. But then Friday, we're going to be sunny, hot, highs back around the century mark, 101 expected high there. And then for the weekend, it's getting warmer. Sunny, high of 104 and breezy on Saturday. Sunny, high of 102 and windy on Sunday. And going to be 102 and windy on Memorial Day, Monday as well. So a hot Memorial Day weekend. So enjoy the cooler weather while we got it. All right, it is 7:14. We got a 4-minute commercial break to knock out. We'll do that right now. And then on the other side of the break, we're going to play our interview we had yesterday with the ladies from the Chaves County Health Council. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Good morning. This is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 1,350 head of cattle sold on Monday on an uneven market with excellent buyer tenants. Compared to last week, stocker calves sold $5 to $8 lower. Feeder cattle steady to 2 higher. Packer cows and bulls sold steady. 3 to 400 pound steers 193, 194. 3 to 400 pound heifers 165, 170. 4 to 500 pound steers, 178.5, 194. 4 to 500 pound heifers, 163, 165. 5 to 600 pound steers, 171, 178.50. 5 to 600 pound heifers, 151, 163. 6 to 700 pound steers, 147, 171. 6 to 700 pound heifers, 136, 151. 7 to 800 pound steers, 133, 147. 7 to 800 pound heifers, 130, 136. Packer cows, 77 to 82.50. Canner and cutter cows, 65 to 70. Packer bulls, 90 to 97. Feeder bulls, 77 to 82. Top half the cow calf pairs, $1,000 to $1,100 per pair. Top half the bred cows, $800 to $900 per head. Next week's sale will be held on Tuesday following Memorial Day. And we do appreciate the business. Talk to you next Tuesday morning. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
The Wheels of Fortune savings event is on now at Roswell Nissan with prices slashed across the lot, like a 2016 Ford Escape priced under $17,000 or a 2012 Infiniti G37 under $15,000. Get a trip to Vegas and spin the wheel to win just for stopping by. A Home Depot gift card with a test drive and a toolkit or grilling kit with any purchase. And register to win a $400 Visa gift card to be given away May 28th at 1 p.m. Spin in and save this month at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
J Block for governor. J Block, conservative, veteran, leader. J Block is the only choice to stand up and defeat Michelle Lujan Grisham. Mr. Block is a veteran of combat, serving in Afghanistan, a nuclear commander, and winner of the New Mexico State Republican Convention. As an America First conservative, Mr. Block has turned blue seats red and has never lost a race. Mr. Block will end the madness in Santa Fe once and for all. He's not a weatherman. He's not a rhino. J Block is a conservative, veteran, and a leader. Vote June 7th in the Republican primary.
Paid for by Friends for J Block.
You're invited. Car Affair 2022, presented by the Cars Club of Carlsbad. Saturday, June 4th at the beach in Carlsbad. Early registration is Friday with a cruise. Then Saturday, car registration starts at 8 a.m. and ends at 10:30. Enjoy music, food, car-related swap meet, 5K run, door prizes, and a special Tri-5 Chevys area. To register or for more information, visit carsclubofcarlsbad.com or Carlsbad Automotive Restoration Society on Facebook. Enjoy Carlsbad's biggest car show, Saturday, June 4th at the beach. Ad paid for by Carlsbad Lodgers Tax.
Sure, you can inspect your own roof, get out that rickety ladder, crawl around up there and try to spot the problem until... Or you can call the experts at Do Right Roofing. Do Right Roofing has quality products for any type of roof. They can even install seamless gutters. Do Right Roofing will inspect your roof and give you a free estimate fast. Keep your feet on the ground. Call Do Right Roofing today.
575-623-2273. Let Do Right do your roof right.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
KSVPTV.com is where you can watch the area graduation ceremonies this week. Wednesday, it's Artesia High School Baccalaureate at 7:30 p.m. Thursday, Roswell University High graduation at 6, Artesia High School graduation at 7:30. Friday, Goddard High School graduation at 7 o'clock. Saturday, it's the RISD Early College graduation at 11 a.m. and the Roswell High graduation at 7 p.m. If you can't attend or have friends and family members around the country or around the world, make sure they log on to ksvptv.com to watch the Class of 2022 graduation exercises. The broadcast of area graduations is presented by Pecos Valley Equipment, Trans Aero, Double D Animal Nutrition and Supply, Amigo Machinery, Sun Country Garden Center, J&J Home Care, Forest Tire, Carlsbad Medical, Carlsbad National Bank, the Eddy County DWI Task Force, and HF Sinclair.
You are 13.8% more likely to die on your birthday. Think about that the next time you want to celebrate your birthday month. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 25 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Chavez County Health Council. I'm going to go left to right this way. So we have Carrie Moore joining us, Jennifer Smith, and Joanne Lopez joining us this morning. My left, your right. Good morning. I just realized, wait a minute, it's there, right? Yeah, sorry. Good morning, ladies. How y'all doing today? Good. Well, it's good to see. I mean, you guys have been busy even through COVID. And I mean, you guys really couldn't have like the full health council, the expos. And I mean, you had some, but it wasn't of the volume it was pre-COVID because we lived in a different world and there's things you can't do. You guys did a lot of stuff virtually and, of course, getting people resources, masks. When there was shortage of all that, you guys were working there. So now I guess it kind of feels like you guys get to do like the day job of the Chavez County Health Council now. You know what I mean? You get to focus on just regular garden variety, getting people exposed to health care and things like that, not just worry about COVID stuff. Am I getting close? Are you still dealing with a lot of COVID stuff?
Just a little bit. It's not as bad as it was, the last few years. We're starting to get back to normal, normal in-person events.
Well, I think we're all ready for that here. And
absolutely.
And here's something I don't think a lot of people don't realize. If you're in the need of information about where to, health care needs or special needs for children, or if you've got family members that need, more than standard what families need for health care, Chavez County Health Council is a resource for all that. That's what you guys do is try to bring the medical community and bring those resources and information to the public. And a lot of what you guys offer and do is free of charge or very low cost or things like that. You really try to give, at the end of the day, that's kind of what you guys do is just try to get as many people exposed to as many healthcare options and availability to them here in Chavez County, and really beyond that too. It's not just
and it's a little more than just the health services because they have the 211 helpline, and that's access to somebody who needs help paying rent or.
So it's bigger than just
it's
health.
bigger.
It's family needs.
211 is a program under Chavez County Health Council.
Yeah,
and Chavez County resident just dials 211 and. You just let us know what you're needing, and we can connect you to the resources that possibly could help.
Okay, so if financial, whether it's food, whether it's shelter, whether it's healthcare, whether it's
anything,
an attorney, or one of our other partners with services, domestic violence, and we have other great organizations that I'm sure you guys reach out to in times of need when those things do arise. Hopefully not often, but really just being that connection, that resource to getting people help wherever it might be. A lot of it falls under healthcare, but like you said, you can't be healthy if you don't have any food to eat. You can't be healthy if you don't have a roof over your head.
It's the full physical well-being, mental health,
education,
food,
all of that.
And you don't have to go and you don't have to Google numbers. You don't have to retain anything. You just call 211, and it can access anybody and everybody throughout Chavez County.
Nice. It's a really good resource. And here's the thing, too, is I imagine it's great because let's face it, a lot of the stuff we do when it comes to getting assistance for things, there's a lot of red tape.
Yep.
You got to fill out forms, or and I imagine some of that in and of itself is a preventative measure to do you really need it? Well, you got to be willing to fill. You know what I mean? They go through a lot of that, and so a lot of that can be confusing and intimidating. And so if you're like, I need help, but I don't know what I don't even know what they talk to me, and I just get glassy eyed and don't understand what they're saying. And call 211, and you guys can. All right, you got to do this. Do you know what that is? All right, let's break it down for you, and and so you understand. I'm not saying you're going to love the red tape, but at least you understand what's going on and know how to navigate through that, and you can help them do that. Which I imagine that deters most people that truly need help, but they're like, I'm not going through this gauntlet, or I don't know, or they're intimidated or scared. I imagine you get a lot of people, especially if they need help, but they're citizens. Are they a citizen or not? I don't know. They just need help, and so sometimes that creates issues and things like that too. So you can help with all that.
And when they call in, it's totally confidential, and it's really important that they understand when they call in, we do not have funding and stuff to assist them. We can help them with the resources.
Got you. So it's really all. So really. That 211, keep it in your unless you can remember it, but if you can't, write it down, put it in your wallet, or keep it keep it on speed dial on the phone there. You know, don't call 911. Don't call 411. Call 211.
So Chaves County Health Council has the gamut, and so the Health Expo is the part that's going to pull in the health and wellness piece to it, and that's kind of our biggest event.
That's kind of your big, most publicly recognized event is the big, which is coming up. Their big health expo will be in August. Yes. I know you're thinking August. That's forever away. No, it's not.
No.
Your kids are going to be getting out of school in like a week. Or this week in some cases. And this is it. This is the last week for them all. So guess what? Summer's here like this weekend. Yes. And
and summer goes by fast. So,
fast.
it's almost August now.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
But let's face it, there is a lot of moving parts to make sure that the Health Expo happens. There's a lot of entities involved, a lot of community partners. It takes quite a bit of time to organize all that. So if you want to be a part of it, if you want to sponsor, if you're a business or you're an organization that would love to be involved in this in some way, shape, or form, either monetarily or physically or both, now is the time to make all of that happen, because these ladies here, they did just roll up on August the 6th and say, let's do a health expo. There's a lot of moving parts that happen. Yeah. So now's the time for that planning. If you're, I'm sure you reach out to a lot of your partners and say it's that time of year again. But if there's people listening saying, hey, we've never been a part of that before, that would be great for our business or for our organization to be a part of that. Now's that time to get on the ball here and get on the stick to do that.
Yeah, so our first year, which we had at the Roswell Convention Center, we had over 120 booths. And then we hit COVID. So then we had virtual, and then we had hybrid, virtual and some in person.
Yeah.
But now we're back to the convention center, which is
all
fantastic.
one location.
All one location.
One-stop shop for everything.
And we're taking the entire facility.
Good. That's a big facility.
We're anticipating way more than 120.
Great.
So this year we're moving the kids inside of the convention center. The first year we had them over at DeBrenham.
Yes, across the street there.
Across the street. But it was hot, and I was miserable.
And I'm not a betting man, but I'm willing to bet it's going to be hot August 6th. Just a hunch.
I'm kind of going that way too. So, since the convention center is larger now, it's like, well, let's just move it all inside.
Plus, you can break it off into room, like, so if an area needs a little more quiet, they don't work well in a group of a bunch of people, then they can kind of cordon off and have their own little private area too.
Yeah. So we'll still keep them segregated. The kids will be in one section, everything else will be in the other side. But we have breakout rooms, so if somebody wants to do yoga with a small group,
nice,
we could do yoga. We can do.
So they can actually have classes and little demonstrations and things.
Yeah. That's the plan, is to have to where people can do demonstrations. They can do talks. They can do, maybe a little mini yoga session to promote their practice, or it's pretty much anything that they want to do. They just got to get with us.
Gives you a real opportunity to practice what you preach. Like a lot of times, like, hey, we got a booth, we can't, not room to do yoga, but we're gonna have classes come out now. You're like, what you got doing right now? Come on, let's do some warm ups. Let's do entry level yoga poses or something like that. That's and once you find it's fun, and then hopefully you embrace it and go. I imagine too expanding to other activities and things too, like if you're looking for family stuff or creative stuff to do with your families and things that have health related stuff, that you can kind of spread out and do that at the convention center. So I think it probably opens the door for a lot more activities at this year's not just the screenings, but actual fun stuff that people like doing. I mean, it's all necessary to get your blood pressure checked and your glucose checked and all these things, but there's not a lot of people like clamoring, glucose checking day, boys. Let's go. You know what I mean?
What? Nobody's doing that?
Nobody's doing that for some reason. So you come and learn these valuable things, but then you're like, oh, you know what? I'm not doing so well in the health, but I got some brochures. I got some recipes for some great food things and stuff that are going to help with my diet. I got this whole, now I got set up with a nutritionist where I can learn about foods I can have. I mean, and that's what the Health Council is about, and it's really what the Health Expo is about, is to give these things access, especially for people that that don't take care of themselves because they're busy taking care of everybody else. You know what I mean? Like moms and stuff. And so
How
they
is
make
he looking at me on that one?
I just
All right, Mike.
we all, but you know what I mean, though. We go through hell and back for our kids or for family.
Amen.
But then it's like for us, we're like, I'll be all right. That tooth will fix itself.
I'll get to it eventually.
You know? And so I think use this as that treat you to you day as well as much. Yeah, you know, sure. You want the best for your kids and your family and all that, but you can't do the best for your kids and family if you don't take care of yourself. So take care of yourself, too.
And along with the Health Expo, there's a few different events for the expo that Jennifer may want to.
Oh, yeah. We've got a T-shirt design contest going on right now for the Health Council.
So if you're creative and want to, perhaps your design could be the one that's chosen for the official shirt of the fair.
Yeah, so right now we're just gathering entries right now.
Okay.
The deadline to submit your ideas is June 30th.
Is there any theme or anything that you like as part of it?
We have a slogan that we want you to kind of build your design around and incorporate the slogan. The slogan's coordinated, connected, committed, building a healthier community one member at a time.
Nice. Okay.
And it can be anything. We just want it to be, appropriate.
Family appropriate and something. And by the way, maybe something that doesn't cost $1 billion to make. So you're like, I made this logo. It's got 57 colors. It's like, yeah, it's going to cost me $1,000 to make this thing.
There is nothing wrong with a 57 color logo.
I love the idea, but they're trying, it's a nonprofit. I'm just saying they don't want to make the logo so expensive they can't afford to make this thing.
Whatever. Well, we'll take any ideas, and we're going to put it to a public vote. And so after the 30th, we're going to put all entries into a Survey Monkey, and we'll share that for everybody to vote on. So it's going to be a public opinion vote.
So be involved.
We're going to end the voting on July 31st, and we're going to announce the winner at the Health Expo.
Okay.
The winner will get a $250 gift card.
Nice. Very good. You're going to give them a T-shirt, too? I mean, I figure they'd give them a shirt.
They'll get a T-shirt. once we get those made, we'll make sure they get a T-shirt, too. So
$12.50, you got a shirt. But, that's a lot of fun. That's really cool. And of course, that's... I'm guessing artists and stuff. If you're looking to build resumes, this is a great little opportunity. It's like, oh yeah, that's my design. That's my, if you're building your kind of your book of your works and things like that. But I think kids that are just looking to have fun here, or what? Because sorry, we're adults, but our kids are 100 times more creative than we are. They just are. I don't know what happens when you hit a certain age. It's just that someone turns that light off, locks the door of that room, and walks away. I don't know what happens, but and here's the other part. I think this is fun because when most of us talk health and stuff, we're I got to see that. We doctors. And usually stuff is not fun, but if you're setting the trends with your children young at this stuff, setting these habits. Then maybe they're not going to be like us when we get to be adults and like avoid the doctor like the plague for things. You know what I mean? Just, setting and I think that's where getting your kids involved and having them come out and participate. It presents healthcare in a way that looks like something that they're a partner in and not something that they have to do or they get yelled at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Health Expo is really good about that. We have a lot of kid-centered organizations that are going to be involved, and they're going to do some fun things at the expo for the kids. And we're going to have giveaways. We're going to give away bikes and helmets and scooters again.
Oh, yeah. So definitely
a whole bunch of fun stuff.
And it's usually around back to school time, so back to school supplies and things. We'll
have a lot of backpacks to give away. That'll be first come, first serve. They always go really, really fast.
Yeah.
Well, and this year we've got the Boys and Girls Club. They are going to put together the fun run.
Oh, good.
So completely 80s theme.
Great.
So Footloose Fun Run.
Nice.
And all the proceeds there will go back to the Boys and Girls Club. That is going to be their fundraiser part to it.
So many leg warmers in the fun run there.
Yes.
It's going to look like Flash Dance. Everyone's going to look like Flash Dance running.
Wait a minute. I didn't think about that.
Right.
I was like the sunglasses with the fake shades on them,
Yeah.
Not dating myself here.
I don't. It is in August, so maybe leave your Michael Jackson jackets is not out of your
That might
costume.
be a little warm.
That might be a little more hindrance and helpfulness. And although you're indoors, of course the 5K is not. But if,
no.
if you want to keep your 80s going and walk around the convention center, by God, knock yourself out. But really, this is what we want to get people involved in, and now's the time. If you're an organization, a business or nonprofit or anything that would like to be involved with it, like you said, Boys and Girls Club, it's great to see these nonprofits to be a part of it. Especially, by the way, if you're looking for stuff for your kids this summer, reach out to Boys and Girls Club. They have a great summer program, and it's very affordable. They really work with families to make sure. And here's the great part. I know the folks over there at Boys and Girls Club, they do a lot of curriculum-based fun stuff. So it's not just babysitting your kids for the day. They're interacting. They're doing group projects. Depending on their age, the teenagers are doing more elaborate stuff. The younger kids are doing stuff more age-appropriate. But I'm telling you, it's great to see they're involved in this year. But they're looking for folks for their summer program and stuff right now. So reach out to Boys and Girls Club. But if you're an organization, that wants to get involved with this, I know. Especially now that it's back to being normal after a couple years of COVID. This is, like you said, there's 160 some. We want to blow that away. So hopefully every nook and cranny of the convention center is filled with booths and events and activities that are available for folks. Much of it free of charge or very, very low cost. And that's the thing too. If you don't have doctors, if you don't have healthcare really lined up right, this can help you navigate through all that. If you're like I can't afford it. I can't. There's people there to talk to give options for all that. If there's a desire to have health care, we can figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's where the
everything
health
that we're offering at the Health Expo is going to be free to the public.
Yes.
That's why we need sponsors. We have some really great sponsors. We've got Eastern New Mexico Medical Centers already on board. Humana's already on board. We've got the Boys and Girls Club, Bewitches, Character Council in Chavez County, and of course the Health Council. But we do need more, and you don't have to be a health and wellness related business or organization to sponsor the Health Expo.
Excellent.
Any organization. I think the first year we had some of the car dealerships sponsored.
Yeah.
So if you just want to be a part of bringing health and wellness to the community, you can sponsor. We give you all kinds of good perks.
Yeah.
But the deadline is in a month.
Yeah, June 27th?
June 27th is the deadline for sponsorship.
Which I know still seems like a long way away, but it's
a month away.
It's a month away. It's right around the corner.
The reality is that every business needs to look at health and wellness because it affects their employees just as much.
Absolutely.
So this is
a business owner, you know exactly how that works. Yeah.
I definitely know how that one goes.
Yeah.
But this is how you get involved and you get out there. You can get your staff involved and they can come and they can do the free screenings if they don't have health insurance.
Yeah.
Being any business owner in this town to help sponsor and support a community event centered around health and wellness is a fantastic idea.
Absolutely. And I would even say smaller to large businesses, if you're looking to incorporate some of these things in your business, you can come as a customer yourself and learn how to implement some of these things for your own employees and businesses. And so, you're a sponsor, but at the same time, you could also be a person that's working to bring this to your own business and things like that.
Because we like going around and seeing all the booths and seeing what everybody has to offer. And we're part of putting it together. So
we learned
some
stuff
of us didn't have that kind of time.
You will this year because you're going to be inside.
She's like, I'm just happy I'm indoors this year. They're not putting you to work making food or nothing, right? They're not going to get to enjoy it. Speaking of food, is there going to be food and stuff around for folks, or is that still to be determined yet? Or is it just depending on the booths and things and what they want to do?
It's kind of to be determined. There's a little bit of rules and regulations when it comes to the convention center.
This is true.
And since this is basically
their event or their place.
Right.
Gotcha.
And unless we can get a food sponsor, somebody out there wants to, buy a couple 100,000 hot dogs.
I'm just saying. We need the sponsors. You got a captive audience. You got an opportunity to be a sponsor here for something like that.
And we're willing to work on that kind of sponsorship.
Sure.
We've got some sponsorships that they're contribution is we've got one that's just providing backpacks.
Well, that helps. Every little cog in the machine makes it happen, and that's
so we're willing to work with any organization on in-kind donations and things like that.
Yeah,
anything that will help us out and help the community.
Think of it, even if you're not thinking of it from the health perspective, think of it as a marketing tool for your business. And thinking, you know, if you're thinking, well, you know, but you know what, your customers, the people that work for you, we all care about healthcare and things, and so when you're when they see your business associated with things like this. I'm sorry. I know other people look at that. It's like, look, they're always involved in the community. I'm going to support that business, and I do it all the time. And I know I'm not the only one that does that. So if you're looking for a way to be active in the community, but at the same time, market and advertise, which really on the cheap. You can. It is kind of a cheap way to get some advertising for your business, and at the same time. All of your efforts are going to help people in the community, so it's a win-win for everybody.
You give us the money, and we do the work on marketing your business.
Absolutely.
And we also have the booth space, and the booths are relatively cheap because you can get a booth for $50.
Yeah.
And that gets you in front of you can promote your own stuff. The first year we had over 800. What was the number of the participants? How many people walked through?
It was close to 1,000.
Close to 1,000.
That's a lot of people.
And that was the first year.
In a few hours. Yeah.
So now we're rolling on our 4th year. So I'm anticipating way more than that.
And trust me, there'll be a lot of hype about this event between now and August.
And people are ready to get out.
And obviously when we hit that time frame, that's a busy time for people. They're making back to school. They're thinking backpacks or sports physicals, all of that stuff. And guess what? The health fair is like, oh, by the way, here's the health fair. You can do almost all of that stuff right here at the event. Oh, and by the way, you can also do this, this, and this. And really, so I don't care if you're a senior, if you're a teenager, if you're a new family, or of kids are retired and it's just mom and dad living in an empty nest or somewhere in between. There's going to be benefits for you at the health fair, and
it's all ages.
Yeah,
we want to make sure that we reach the entirety of the community.
Yeah, I mean, it just so happens to be in August, so there is a whole stuff for kids here, but it's just as much for seniors and adults and things too. If you're needing to make more connections with diabetes and those types of things, or be educated on all that, or be understanding what you can and can't do, or you're thinking you're diagnosed with that stuff, that's the health fair is for all of that too. So just remember that's what so being a sponsor is this is something that's got something for everybody. It's not a niche market. It's mass appeal. Thousands will probably come through the door that day, whether they're coming for fun or just to gather as much free stuff as possible. Yeah. Either way, they're there, and they're in front of you.
Well, and that's why we have the giveaways. We want people to come. We want them to have fun. We want them to learn, and we want them to have a chance on getting some fun stuff, because we give away stuff for kids and for grown-ups.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, it is fun. That's the other thing too. I mean, it's fun, and there's.
Oh yeah. Where else can you walk through a colon?
Right?
I mean, come on, punch a polyp.
And tell your friends about it. That might be the other part. And tell your friends about it. Other times, I'm not saying nothing to nobody.
I came out the other side.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, make it a tunnel of love. Make it a couples walk. You can come through, and it'd be like the old Looney Tune commercials where they hit the boat, the cartoons, and they go to the tunnel of love. It'd be like that, but for your colon.
Tell them the time.
Yeah, let's give the pertinent dates, times, and all that stuff for this year's fair.
Okay, so it's going to be on August 6th.
Okay.
We're going to kick it off with the Footloose Fun Run,
all right,
sponsored by the Boys and Girls Club.
Get your 80s on and come have some fun and running.
So,
and you can dance if you want. Unlike Footloose, you're allowed to dance.
Yes. Yes. So registration for the run will begin at 6:30 in the morning.
Okay.
The run begins at 7 a.m. And it lasts usually about an hour to give people time to either walk or run.
The more athletics will do it quicker, and the ones that are there for a good time will they'll drag it out till the last possible minute. You say, "Are you guys done?"
And the expo kicks off officially at 8 a.m. and we run until noon.
Very cool. So come and be a part of it. Like I said, it'll be early, so you can come and get your stuff, and if you got plans for the afternoon, you can come. And it's a come and go event. So if you're just there to do the run and stuff and all that, you do that, and then you go. But if you're there, like, no, I want to get some good information, all that, be there at 8, and the earlier the better. That way you can see and you have more time to take advantage. Like the plan is, there's a lot to see. So you get there at 8, and by noon you may get through it all. That's kind of the idea here.
A lot of times. And then some things will have to be scheduled. So we're still in works on a mammogram bus.
Okay.
And so those will be scheduled throughout the day.
For some of those screening processes,
some of the screenings,
like donating blood, or if things like that are fun things to do at this event, but at the same time it's a windowed event or something like that. Especially I don't know if anybody's going to be offering like screenings for like glucose and all that.
Yeah,
but remember,
those have to be done first thing in the morning. That's why we start pretty early so that we can get those out of the way. People can get it done, go eat some breakfast.
Just a pro tip, don't hit Denny's and get a big 3-egg omelet and then roll up to get your glucose tested at the thing. They're not going to, you're not going to be happy with the results. Just warning. But what's probably the best way to get a hold of you guys if they're interested in being a sponsor or wanting to be a booth at the event? Is it probably through Facebook, or is there a better way?
They can hit us up on Facebook. They can email the Chaves County Health Council at outlook.com.
Okay.
They can call 211.
That's right. There is that number, 211. Hey, what's the number to the Health Council? You just called it.
Yeah, but we get messages on Facebook, so that's a good place.
Yeah, and that way you can, I encourage you to like and follow the Chaves County Health Council on Facebook, because you find out about events like this, but you constantly or if there's little one-off events, or hey, there's an opportunity through so-and-so. It's a great reference point or information point for anything for your family healthcare related. So
yeah, we share everything that we come across.
Or if there's events going on around town or things like that, you guys are always sharing and keeping. So it's a good resource for just knowing what's going on in the community.
And be looking out, because we'll be getting a website here pretty soon also.
Yeah. Check you out, highfalutin website.
It's only taking a little while.
Very cool. And of course, if you want to get involved, the Health Council is always looking for volunteers. These 3 ladies are tired of doing it all. They're looking for some more people to help out with it. I'm just kidding. They got people to help.
We're started back with in-person meetings. So we're doing a hybrid format meeting. So we're meet the second Wednesday of every month. If you want to come in person, you can come. We meet at 500 North Main. It's the big building on Main Street in Suite 102.
That's the one.
And if you want to hop on Zoom, you can hop on Zoom. Okay. But it's the second Wednesday of every month. And if you want to be part of the expo planning, we have a meeting today.
Okay.
Same address and also on Zoom available too. You can email Joanne at Chaves County Health Council at outlook.com, and she can get you that Zoom link, or come join us in person at 500 North Main, Suite 102.
Excellent.
At 12.
At noon.
12.
At noon. At noon today.
Take your lunch. Yes, you did forget that.
Yeah, you can bring your lunch, eat lunch while we talk.
Or eat someone else's. Just kidding. That's fighting words. You don't want to mess with people's lunch.
We keep expo meetings as short and sweet as possible.
Get your sandwich from Bewitches, then head on over there.
There you go.
So.
Well, not today.
Not today.
Not today. That's right, it's Monday.
She's here.
That's why our meetings are on Monday.
Good point. She's not busy there.
Yeah, if you want me, you have to have a meeting on a Monday or Tuesday.
There you go.
There you go.
Although, make her bring some sandwiches to the meeting. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, she ain't doing nothing right now. Make some sandwiches.
Mike, I locked you up until she's going to get you. You know, I feel like you're picking on me today.
That's all right. I'm used to getting hit. It's okay.
I do have a water bottle.
And I got a big head, so. But all jokes aside, come out and be a part. I'm sure this is that part I always tell people. If you want a better community, there's only one person that's going to make it better. You stepping up and rolling up your sleeves and getting involved with it here. So if you're looking for a passion project, a place where you can get involved and help the community, the Chaves County Health Council is one of those avenues that can really help you there, because
we encourage our members to share what they're passionate about, what they want to see change in the community, and we absolutely support our members' visions of what they want to see change and be better for our community. So if you want some change going on, this is a good place to do it.
Absolutely. I mean, we got a pretty good place to live. I think we have a great community here, but is it perfect? Absolutely not. I mean, there's so many things that need addressing and things, but it takes the community to do that. I don't care how many elected officials you throw in a thing. If the community's not involved, getting involved and doing it, it's not going to happen. So that's why the Health Expo and what the Chaves County Health Council does is so great, because these are all grassroots people just starting to do, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. People that care, that want to do things. And you always get a better product and better results when you got a bunch of people that care about what they're doing it.
Absolutely.
And that's what the Health Council is. And if you'd like to be a part of that, and even if it's little things, I mean, we all don't have to go break our backs. Just come in, I'm going to do my one thing. All right, great. You do your one thing, and then that person does their one thing, and then we all do our one thing. And now all our one things turn to one great thing. And that's how we make it better.
We need all skills for the Health Council. We had one whenever we were talking about this website of one of our members was asking a whole lot of techie questions, and we were like, okay, you need to come and be involved in this meeting with this website guy.
Is it GIF or GIF? I don't remember. Yeah.
So we need people of all skill levels to join, because you have something to offer.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah, it's not just healthcare folks or things like that. Right. Lawyers, there's legal. Yes. Hey, you maybe you're a grocery store manager. There's lots of resources that you could help us out with, or that's whatever you bring to the table, you bring something that's needed, and that's what it's. You don't. Okay, you're not a doctor, so no problem. You can still get involved with the Health Council and get a lot involved and do a lot of good.
Yeah. And, I'm not a doctor. Joanne's not a doctor.
Yeah. None of y'all are doctors. I'm pretty sure. I've seen y'all not doctors.
Y'all do some doctor of food.
Dr. Sandwich. That's a good name.
And we just got to remember that our health involves so many different aspects of life, not just physical. There's so many aspects.
Well, and that's just it. That's what you realize. You can do a lot of help with people, just little things sometimes. Sometimes it's, like during COVID. Oh, I'm going to take a sack of cans over to, First United Methodist Church's food pantry or something. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's how you make differences, doing little things. Everyone did little things like that. That's how amazing would our community be, and it is pretty good. But if everyone just did little things like that, and that's where the Health Expo kind of is a big version of that, bringing us all together to do that stuff. Absolutely. So I know, mark it on your calendars, August 6th. It'll be at the convention center. Like you said, get up early for running, but at 8 o'clock's when the actual health fair will start. And then, of course, if you want to sponsor, either as a business or a nonprofit or individual, please reach out to the Chaves County Health Council here. And if you want to have a booth at the event, it's the entire convention center. So we got room.
Yes.
We got room to spread out.
Right now we have room.
Yes.
But
the idea is for that to change.
We're going to run out.
If you wait till August 5th and go like, hey, y'all got a booth, that you might not be able to do that.
No. The first year, whenever we had it at the convention center, we actually had a waiting list of people that came on last minute.
What a great problem to have, isn't it?
Right. Absolutely.
That if somebody didn't show up, we'd call them and they'd come. So, we did run out of space, and we anticipate that we're going to run out of space quick.
Well, I hope you do. I hope you guys do. I hope I would love to were you guys. Sorry. We have too many people that want to help. I'm sorry. That would be an amazing problem to have, but not going to happen anytime soon. So please reach out and sign up and say, hey, I want to be involved. I want to be on the council and on the board. I want to just, hey, maybe our business can be a booth at the event, or maybe we can be a partner for future things and all of that.
Mike, just like in the name Chaves County, we are reaching out to Hagerman, Dexter, Lake Arthur.
Oh, this ain't just for Roswell folks.
Any businesses there that would like to be a part of this, give us a holler.
You folk in I say folk like two people in Lake Arthur. I'm just kidding.
There's 12. I've counted them.
No, but really, all of Chaves County here, and this is our community here, and if you need help, and certainly. If you're looking for resources, don't hesitate to reach out to the Chaves County Health Council. If you call 211, if you're a family in need, or an individual in need, or a business in need, call out to 211, and then they'll be happy to put you in the right direction with whatever you need. If they can't help you directly through that hotline, then they will put you in touch with the people that can. So.
Yeah, and especially those in the smaller communities, because they'll know each other, but they may not know all the resources here in Roswell.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a great way to reach out and get more access.
And convenience is a blessing and a curse, because, it's nice that we can go online and do a lot of these things, but unless you're a person that does that all the time, that might as well be Chinese.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. Say congratulations to several players who were picked for the All-Star softball teams. We told you about All-Star baseball teams yesterday. How about softball? They're going to be playing on June 3rd and 4th in Rio Rancho at Cleveland High School. Game 1 will be Friday night at 7 o'clock, and then the All-Stars will suit up for a doubleheader Saturday starting at 11 a.m. And congratulations to Talissa Espinosa from Roswell High at 368 batting average over the season. Hey, she was picked, as was her teammate Victoria Sandoval, 385 average with 6 homers, 37 RBIs. A couple players from Dexter also picked, Nayeli Kobos, and we think it's Zoe Stewart, although they have a different last name in the official list. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. Amazon is planning to sublease some of its warehouse space because the surge in the online shopping is slowing down. Subleasing allows the company to relieve the financial obligations associated with an existing building that no longer meets its needs. That's according to an Amazon spokesperson. The head of the UN's World Food Program is telling billionaires it's time to step up as the global threat of food insecurity rises with Russia's war in Ukraine. Agency Executive Director David Beasley and others say a new study projected that nearly 1.9 billion people could face food insecurity by November. The average cost of a gallon of gasoline nationwide is at $4.59 per gallon. Several states are seeing an average cost of more than $5 a gallon, while California's average cost is just over $6. That's according to AAA. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Summertime means blowout time. The National Used Car Blowout is on this month at Roswell Honda with deeper discounts on a selection of amazing vehicles than Roswell Honda has seen all year. Like a 2017 Ford Escape for only $329 a month, a 2015 Honda CR-V for just $309 a month, or a 2013 Nissan Sentra for only $199 a month. Zero down, no payments for 90 days, and top dollar for your trade. The blowout is on all month long at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Buying a sewing machine from a big box store or online might seem like a bargain, but in this case, you really do get what you pay for. Just the machine. No lessons, no help with figuring out why it isn't working the way you expect, and no one close to fix it. Buying locally from an authorized retailer may cost a little more, but in the end, it will save you time, money, and aggravation. Come see me, Chris Ann, at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, and let me show you why it pays to shop local. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
Martine's Capital Cafe in Roswell offers authentic and highly rated New Mexico food. Explore their amazing menu featuring huevos rancheros or asado with eggs or their green chili stew. And you can't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger, all made from scratch using their finest and freshest ingredients. Open for carryout with curbside delivery or limited dine-in. Just call ahead 624-2111. Martine's Capital Cafe, always pleasing the most refined palate. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th in Roswell.
Hunting season's here again, and LGS Guns and Ammo is stocked up for your next hunt with everything you need. The draw results for New Mexico are in. Put that hunting, fishing, or trapping license of yours to good use and get to LGS Guns and Ammo for the hunting gear you need. Rifles, ammo, scopes, optics, binoculars, and so much more. From brands you know, like Ruger, Sulking, Vortex, and Burris Optics. Right now, take 10% off all firearms, 15% off accessories, and 15% off all Liberty safes. Do hunting season right with LGS Guns and Ammo across from Target in Roswell and at 109 North El Paso in Hobbs.
You know what happens in the spring. It's cleanup time, and AC&B, HF Sinclair, Navajo Refining, and the Boy Scouts are at it again to help clean up our community. The Scouts will come to your house and haul off items that you need to dispose of and have no way of hauling. The dates for pickup are May 28th, June 4, and June 11. Just call 575-513-0143. and let me know when, where, and what. Take advantage of this free service and let's make Artesia clean and beautiful.
A Greek-Canadian man invented the Hawaiian pizza. His name was Tex Colorado, and he was from Detroit. Here's Mike Winters.
By the way, I'm all in on Hawaiian pizza. I used to not be. Now, Team Hawaiian pizza. Love it. I don't know why. I changed. I guess I matured. Or immatured. I'm not sure which. Hey, Town Hall News coming up next. Stay tuned next hour. We got Boy Scouts joining us next hour and talking ways to help them and make yourself a little more patriotic as well, as especially as we come on the Memorial Day weekend. Sun State Technology is also going to join us next hour. News up next. We'll be back. Don't go away.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Voters in 5 states are choosing candidates in primary elections today, and former President Trump is backing several Republicans.
In Georgia, Trump pick and former NFL star Herschel Walker expected to win his Senate bid despite conservative opponents questioning his history of domestic violence. Trump ally Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene also expecting a win. In Arkansas, former Trump aide Sarah Huckabee Sanders expected to win the Republican governor's nomination. And Trump-backed Senator John Boozman hopes to fend off a challenge from 3 Republican rivals. In Texas, it's a runoff between Trump ally Attorney General Ken Paxton, who's challenged by George P. Bush, the nephew of President George W. Bush. I'm Julie Walker.
Following a 6-day visit to the Far East, President Biden is heading home today, telling fellow leaders of the informal Indo-Pacific Security Coalition, it's known as the Quad, that following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, they're navigating through a dark hour in their shared history. Beijing is condemning Mr. Biden's remarks regarding Taiwan, the president saying that the U.S. would respond militarily to a Chinese invasion of the self-governing island. Joint Chiefs Chairman General Mark Milley says low-level talks are underway, focusing on whether some U.S. troops should be based in Ukraine.
At the end of the day, any reintroduction of U.S. forces into Ukraine would require a presidential decision. So we're a ways away from anything like that. We're still developing courses of action, and none of that's been presented yet to the Secretary.
Meanwhile, heavy fighting rages in Ukraine's eastern Donbass region, where Russian forces have stepped up their attacks beyond the front lines. Watching Wall Street this morning, the Dow is down 172 points, the NASDAQ 359 points in the red. More on these stories at townhall.com.
I'm about to compare a pepper shaker to a cash-out refinance. Hang with me. You know when you're at a restaurant and they ask, would you like some fresh ground pepper? And then they crank that giant tube, but almost nothing comes out? For me, only a certain amount of time is socially acceptable to wait. I know that getting that pepper out might make my life better, but it just seems too impossible. And that's what we hear people say about the cash-out refinance. People realize that the value of their home has gone up like hot pepper the last few years, leaving all this extra money sitting inside their home. But is it too hard to get out? It's Ryan from United Faith Mortgage. If you're interested in cashing out the extra pepper in your home, we're good at doing all the work while you just sit back and relax. And often, your mortgage payment and years in the loan will stay the same. If you'd like to hear about your options,
we are United Faith Mortgage.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Melville Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. License in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
The British Prime Minister is under fire again. This time, some pictures have been released that appear to show him at a party flouting COVID restrictions during the darkest days of the pandemic. The BBC's Helen Catt.
The photos have led to fresh accusations that Boris Johnson has misled Parliament from opposition MPs and from the peer and former Scottish Conservative leader Ruth Davidson. In the pictures, the Prime Minister can be seen with several others holding a drink. The photos have also led to calls for the Met Police to explain why Mr Johnson wasn't fined for this event, when it's understood at least one other person who attended was. The Liberal Democrats have written to the Independent Office for Police Conduct, saying a lack of transparency risked creating considerable public confusion.
Americans becoming less supportive of punishing Russia for launching the invasion of Ukraine if it comes at the expense of the U.S. economy. That according to a new AP NORC poll. News and analysis, townhall.com. Some California lawmakers seeking to crack down on social media companies accused of harming youngsters.
Legislation approved by the state assembly Monday would let parents sue platforms like Instagram and TikTok for up to $25,000 per violation. That proposal would not apply to streaming services or companies that only offer email and text messaging services. Social media companies could avoid liability, though, if they remove features deemed addictive to children and conduct quarterly audits to review their practices. Jason Walker reporting.
U.S. births edged higher last year, but the number of babies born still lower than before the pandemic. The modest 1% increase, bit of a rebound from 2020. The first year of the COVID pandemic saw the largest one-year drop in births in almost 50 years. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Dirty Deuce.
Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Tuesday. Hope it's going swimmingly well for you.
Yeah. There's a real dichotomy going on here. You got the blue sky over here, and it's just clouds over here.
Yeah. And it's and the trees slightly whipping.
Yeah.
In the wind.
The weed trees whipping in the wind.
Yeah. Oh, man. I forgot to tell y'all, like a week ago, this was a little creepy. I was recording somebody, and they were sitting right where you're at, talking, reading their script. This is in the middle of the day. And I'm sitting here just monitoring, doing my job. Next thing you know, a bird lands on the windowsill right out the door here and is tapping on the glass. Tapping. Yeah, just tapping.
Dang.
The recording person never noticed. And I'm just sitting there like freaking out, trying not to say nothing because I'm recording a commercial.
Right.
But, and then I was like, did you see that? He didn't see nothing.
The bird flew away before you could
So the whole time, I'm like, yeah, I'm crazy. I had a whole bird
you just look like a crazy person.
While he's just there doing the recording.
So I don't think I brought this up on the air either.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned that. The other day, I'm driving down Sunset, and I hit a bird.
Ooh.
I've never done that before in my entire life.
I have.
They're usually really good about dodging.
Yeah.
But for some reason, this bird decided right then, I'm going to start flying. And it went, I don't know if it went face first. It actually rolled off my car. I just remember seeing a wing and then it rolled off. Didn't damage the windshield or anything, but I was like, what does this mean?
I don't know.
They're getting aggressive. The birds are getting aggressive.
Well, and this happened a couple years ago, and it was I owned a Ford Escape at the time, a black Ford Escape, and I was driving back and forth to Artesia. And it was one of those, and I think it was a Saturday because I think I had a remote down in Artesia. So I drove to Artesia Saturday morning, and I get there, and I thought there was some birds, and I thought I might have hit one. It was flying, and they were kind of, but sure enough, I got to Artesia, and they're right in the grill, buried in the grill was the bird.
You know what the last thing that went through that bird's mind was?
My grill.
Your fender. Yeah.
So, I don't know if he was a suicidal bird or living life on the edge or just not a little thin in the herd there. I don't know which it
They're
was.
getting weird about it too. Like, you ever seen like birds out like in the road just standing there and then like they'll walk out of the way of you?
Yeah.
Like, you have wings, right?
Yeah.
But they'll just like walk. Well, so I did that the other day. I was pulling out of actually leaving work and I was pulling my car out slowly and there's a bird just standing in the middle of the road. I'm like, move, bird, move. I don't know if he flew away in time or walked away because I was going very slowly. But I just remember seeing the front of my car go over the bird. I tried to like straddle with the tire so I wouldn't run over it.
Right.
So I don't know what happened to that bird. I don't know if it was like it had like a death wish. It's like, just do it, dude.
Maybe he's having a bad day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Rough day. He's like, screw it.
Yeah. So
birds are getting weird, man.
Yeah. But yeah, that went. I don't know what just the trees and everything remind me about the bird day when the bird was sitting there.
It might have been like Morse code. That bird might have had a message for you.
I don't know. Maybe.
Could have been a harbinger of something.
I don't know, but I think I missed it because I was freaked out.
Could have been your opportunity, man.
It could have been. Hey, we got a full hour for you. We're going to start things off here with the Boy Scouts. First, we're going to have Bobby Arnett, Lee Murdoch, and Victoria join us with the Rio Hondo District Here, the Conquistador Council. They got a great fundraising event they're doing with the Scouts. Memorial Day weekend's right around the corner, but it's where the Scouts will come out to your home and put flags out and display during holidays and things like that, so you can show your patriotism. But if you're forgetful and not good about doing those things, they can help you do that. But we'll talk about that and get an update from them. And then right after that, we're going to have the folks from Sun State Technologies, Tim Small and Terry Frawley going to join us from Sun State Technologies, and we'll talk all about their business and cybersecurity. They're the guys that make sure your business or your home is protected from all those cyber hackers and bullies and all those folks out there.
By the way, Tim Small, no relation.
No,
mine's a Z.
Oh.
It's actually an S or a Z depending upon
So is his.
What document I'm writing it on. Smalls, small.
Yeah, you're plural Smalls.
Yeah,
with the Z. I am the Smalls. All right, it is 11 minutes after 8 o'clock. Let's get you up to date with the weather. Oh, you going to start? I guess the weather didn't want to play. Let's try round 2. Weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We do have a slim chance of a shower or thunderstorm later on today. Otherwise, it'll be fair. Afternoon high stays pretty cool, upper 70s to low 80s. Partly cloudy for the overnight hours. We'll drop into the upper 40s and a little bit breezy. And then lots of sunshine coming our way on Wednesday. Still comfortable on the daytime highs, low 80s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 63 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 63%. And that hasn't changed because it was like that last hour, too. Maybe that is a sign. I don't know. I had a bird knocking on my window the other day, and I didn't pick up on that one either. So if it is, I missed it. We do have a 30% chance at some rain showers this afternoon. They're saying mainly between noon and 3. That's our sweet spot for the moment. They do say if we get some storms, could be severe, partly cloudy. High of 77 today, so that's nice. Cooler still. Winds will be out of the north, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Partly cloudy tonight with an overnight low of 47 degrees. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, sunny and highs near 80 tomorrow. Enjoy your last cool weather day for a little bit anyway. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday, we're going to be in the 90s, sunny 92, north winds 5 to 10. And then we blow through the century mark Friday, sunny 101. And then the weekend, your Memorial Day weekend, looking hot. Saturday, sunny 104 and breezy. Sunday, sunny 102 and windy. And then Memorial Day on Monday, sunny 102 and windy. So, going to be hot, but a little breezy as well. So, probably be careful with your cooking out this weekend. If you're going to be doing any outdoor barbecuing and stuff, that when it's hot, no rain, you know that recipe. So, all right, it is 8:13. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And then on the other side of the break, we're going to have Bobby Arnett, Lee Murdoch, and Victoria with the Boy Scouts join us here on the other side. And then stay tuned a little bit, about 8:30 or so, a little bit later, we'll have the folks from Sun State Technologies. So don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
This is Luis Sanchez, your Republican candidate for Congress in New Mexico's 1st District. I grew up in Albuquerque in a small little trailer in the South Valley and was the first person in my family to go to college and live the American dream. I've worked in the medical field for 28 years and am one of the owners of Caliber's indoor shooting ranges. I'm running for Congress because I see that American dream slipping away from the next generation. Socialists like Melanie Stansbury and AOC have inflation out of control in this country, and we have the highest unemployment rate in the nation. And those radical socialists won't stop until our country is ruined. In Congress, I'll uphold our conservative values, fight for all of our freedoms, just like I did when the governor tried to shut down New Mexico small businesses. I am asking for your vote early or on June 7th. I'll work hard to protect your constitutional rights, secure our elections, and fight for real immigration reform to secure our borders. It's time to take our state and country back. I'm Luis Sanchez, and I approve this message. Paid for by Sanchez for New Mexico.
Sometimes when you hit the road hits back. That's why MTA Mechanics and Tire carries major brands like Bridgestone, Cooper, and Michelin. Not only do you get top brand tires, but you also get a nationwide warranty. So wherever you are, MTA Mechanics and Tire has you covered. Stop by or let MTA come to you with their MTA Mobile Tire Shop, covering Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia. They can come to your home, office, or even the airport, and alignment is included on all sets of 4 tires. MTA Mechanics and Tires, getting you back on the road.
Have you been dealing with stress or anxiety lately? Don't let that stop you from getting the dental work done that you know needs to happen. Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental, and every day we help people just like you have a relaxing and pain-free experience with IV sedation. Just imagine a dental experience where you don't remember the needles or the drills. If that's what you're looking for, we can help. Let us ease your stress and create the best dental experience ever.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main or call 622-4455.
It's possible to turn peanut butter into diamonds. Peter Pan tried it with his buddy Skippy, but they couldn't do it in a jiff. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 16 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning to talk some scouting with us here. Of course, we have our district executive, Lee Murdoch, back with us, and then Bobby Arnett, and also Victoria. What's your last name, Victoria?
Arnett.
Arnett as well. So I know who your ride is now. Good morning, guys. How y'all doing today?
Very good.
Great. How are you? Good. Well, I know we got a lot to talk about here, but first off, let's talk with Memorial Day weekend approaching right here. Scouts here in Roswell, in the Rio Hondo district, are doing a great little fundraising event. This is something, and for folks that don't know, scouting, especially when you get to the Boy Scout, the Scout level, these as they get a little older, they start to take more ownership in their projects and their events and things like that. So the youth get more involved in the planning, the organizing, and things like that. So they've got a fundraising project to raise money for the troops, so they can go on and plan their events, like camping trips and various projects and things that scouting gets involved with. So you can help them out by giving them some money, and they can make you look like patriots and not forget. And because they're going to come out on, is it all the flag waving holidays that you guys are doing? So 4 a year.
We're at four holidays per year.
Okay. Let me guess here. Memorial Day, July 4th, Veterans Day, and
Patriots Day.
Patriots Day. Very cool. So very good. So and what will happen is scouts will come on these days and place a flag out on your yard here. And Bobby brought one of the sample ones. Is that the pole and the whole nine there? That is the flag.
This is everything. It's a USA made flag, and it was assembled with Scout volunteers.
Nice. I love it. And so it's got the pipe there, so you can. It's easily displayable whether you got to put it in the ground or if you've got a flag display stand on your house or something like that. Sounds like it'll work either way, I guess. There. Too.
We're primarily going to shoot for putting them in the yards.
Okay.
Because it would look really nice coming down the street if we have several houses and they're all...
Kind of like lining the street as you go down?
I got you. I think it'll look really nice if they're all symmetrical down the street.
So the trick is you got to get your neighbors involved, too. So,
exactly.
So the whole street looks... because then it looks a little weird, just you, and then no one else has it. So.
Right. That's what we're hoping, is that everybody will jump on board and we'll have our streets lined.
Fortunately, we have a little thing called Keeping Up with the Joneses, and I'm hoping that will help scouting out immensely for this fundraising event, because maybe what will happen is Memorial Day, your neighbors, you will have yours out, and the neighbors like, hey, where'd you get all them flags? Oh, Boy Scouts came and did all this for me. So,
Right.
So let me ask Bobby, if someone's hearing this and saying this is something I want to get behind, how do they get on the list to purchase and to be a part of this?
So I would say the easiest way probably is to call the council office.
Okay.
And that we also have a website. There's I don't know, can we put there's a QR code here for anybody that's
okay.
You know.
I think what we can do is we give that to Tanner. He can put it in our little, when they put the video up, they can put that in there so
nice.
People can QR code it there.
So the council phone number is 575-622-3493.
Okay.
And the subscription is $50 per year. And it's 4 holidays per year.
And I would like to remind you, it is a fundraising event for scouting here. So if you are able to pay more than $50, it's okay. It's okay. Or you want to pay it forward for somebody else, that would be great too. But
we've actually had a couple people already buy subscriptions for like a veteran.
Oh, great!
So
I would love. That's a great idea. Maybe your neighbor can't afford $50. It's easy to do right now. You try to buy anything lately, but yeah, this would be a great way to pay it forward and help out, and because it really does help with the scouting. You want to talk about investing in youth, investing in our future. By you, I know it sounds pretty simple. You're just letting somebody put a bunch of flags in your front yard, but really you are giving back to the community by doing this. You're showing that you're a patriot and American, but at the same time, you're investing in our kids and our future. And
what I really like about this particular fundraiser is 100% of the funds stay right here.
Nice.
This isn't like, when we've sold popcorn, the kids get a certain percentage and the rest goes.
National gets a taste and everybody, and it's like,
This is for the kids here and for the troops here, the council here. All this money will stay right here in Chaves County.
Goes back to
Roswell
local programs and
Council.
local curriculum for right here. And which, by the way, if you're not familiar, scouting has a lot of it from, when we talk with the young ones all the way up to adulthood, just about. There's so many opportunities through scouting for boys and girls now. This is the other thing is, as Victoria proof in the pudding here. But
right.
It's a great, and I know I've talked about it with you guys a bunch, and I'm an Eagle Scout. I owe a lot to who I am today because of my experiences in scouting. So I always have nothing but great things to say about scouting. It's one of the best organizations in the country, in my opinion. So.
Absolutely. Right. And to that end, now that you brought it up, I brought you something. This is for you.
Thank you.
Because I know you always have this stuff back here.
You know what? I could have. I need some Eagle stuff. You are absolutely right. I do.
There you go. Now you got some swag.
I think the only things. I still have some of my scouting stuff in trunks and things, but my Eagle medal is from my Eagle Scout. It's the one thing I still have that I keep out and never. It's an Adura in the house there I keep nearby. But yeah, the actual Eagle medal from back when I was a couple years ago when I was a scout.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to add that this flag fundraiser is sort of Bobby's vision and brainchild and passion. I want to just publicly thank him for his leadership. The overarching vision, I think, really is something that'll resonate with a lot of folks here in Roswell and Chaves County. Is Bobby's trying to make sure that we as scouts are out and displaying our patriotic duty and being active proponents in our community for better citizenship. So there's actually a pretty robust day coming up this Saturday where scouts are going to meet at 7:00 at South Park.
Okay.
Put some flags out there.
Honor, it is Memorial Day weekend, and for folks that aren't familiar, we celebrate Memorial Day to honor those that have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation. And so, and of course, part of scouting doctrine is, being patriotic and being reverent and being a good citizen. And this really shows these scouts why because I know it's great for us when you guys do this, but it's almost just important for the scouts, because the scouts are now, why are we putting these flags out for these folks? Why? And then imagine some of the scouts, I'm sure you've done it in the past, Victoria. I mean, do you kind of start getting to read the names and start getting curious about some of the people that you're putting flags at grave markers for and things? Yeah, it's I would I would love, but you're looking for volunteers. So if there's more people that want to come and help and perhaps pay a little tribute to our fallen veterans at South Park Cemetery here, please come be a part of it. What time are you guys getting together?
So we're going to meet at South Park at 7 a.m.
Okay.
And you're right. Many hands make light work. And so we would like to see more people participate in this because it's my understanding that there are 3,600 graves that need to be taken care of this weekend. And that's a big job.
Lot of graves.
It's a big job.
Yeah.
And so, yes, if you want to come out at 7 o'clock, we have teams that are going to be designated certain sections of the cemetery.
Okay.
That way you're not all over the cemetery. You just have a certain area to take care of. And we're hopeful that we get enough people that we can have, these smaller teams and take care of smaller sections.
Nice.
Of the cemetery.
That's the 13th point of the Scout law. A Scout is organized. And it's that's going to be great. And I think many of the volunteers will be thankful because obviously the weather's getting warmer here. So we're getting out early in 7. So hopefully, with, like you said, more hands, we can get the project done quickly before it gets too hot on Saturday here. But would love for folks to come out and spend some time. And like you said, it really does make a difference. And I even think it's great for the community to come and join side by side with the Scouts doing it, because I think that also sends a message to the Scouts showing how important the work they're doing there is. It's a reminder of that too.
Absolutely.
So, we always look and we serve each other, but we as the community can help and serve these young men and women that are part of Scouting as well. And by coming out and participating, you are supporting that. You're showing them that this is something that we as Americans take value in, and you, as you become adults and things, will understand that a little bit more.
Absolutely. And if parents out there are trying to understand a little bit more about what Scouting is because they weren't in Scouts when they were a kid, this is a great opportunity to interact with some youth and understand a little bit better what the program might deliver to their family.
Absolutely. Yeah, come out this weekend, learn more about Scouting, and I'm telling you, I know they keep getting, what's the earliest age a child? Kindergarten. From kindergarten all the way up to 18 and really to 21 with some Explorer programs and things like that. So almost every child in every age group, if they're entering school, are eligible to be a part of Scouting. So
correct.
So come out and be a part of it. Come learn more about what Scouting's about. Come celebrate the reason why you got a 3-day weekend this weekend. Come be a part of it. And then, of course, also want to get people encouraged to sign up for to have the flags brought out 4 times a year out to your home.
Yeah.
And the sooner you do it, the more you get covered here. So you get the 4 holidays and everything. I know we got Memorial Day this weekend. So if you get on the stick like today, I bet they can make sure they get a flag out for you on Memorial Day.
Absolutely.
So, good deal. We got one more thing we want to talk about here, and that is Victoria's Eagle Project, which, I'm very happy to hear you're already working towards your Eagle Project here. For folks that don't know, Eagle Scout is obviously, I think even if you're not familiar with Scouting, the highest rank available in Scouting. It is, it's a big deal. It's very percentage-wise, very few Scouts achieve this honor, and it comes with a lot of great perks afterwards too. I was in the military. I got a stripe in the military because of my Eagle Scout. But there are many other. It's an amazing achievement. It's very a big deal. And Victoria here's. I wouldn't say the last push because you still got a little bit to go here. But you're closer on your path to getting Eagle Scout here. But now's the big deal. For folks that don't know, every person that earns Eagle Scout has to do an Eagle service project. Mm-hmm. And the Scout has to plan from start to finish the entire project, what the project is, how it's going to happen, what logistics you need to make it happen, the material to make that happen. All of it's planned and organized by the Eagle Scout candidate here. So not to make you nervous, Victoria, that just sounds like a lot of work there, but
just a massive undertaking of a project.
But Victoria's now in that phase where you're about to start working on your Eagle project. So kind of fill us in on what you want to do and where you're at right now.
Well, I just started the planning and everything, so we haven't really gotten all the details down, but I'm going to make like a monument
Okay.
in the cemetery for this area in the cemetery called Babyland.
Okay.
It's basically an area where you can, bury your like a child.
Okay.
And it's free.
So kind of an area honoring children that lost their lives way before they're supposed to. Children that maybe that lost as infants or whatever. It's children.
And a lot of them don't have names and stuff. So I was thinking of making like a big memorial so people can know that area.
Interesting. I like that. So this is a bit of an emotional project for folks too. I'm guessing, I think the more you're going to get to work, the more emotions you're going to have, because I'm going to guess you're going to meet some families that have had some stuff and you're going to hit some stuff. It's great. But be prepared. I hope you got tissues as part of your supplies needed for your Eagle project, because you might need some. But it's a great. I love that idea. So I know we're, like you said, you're only in the planning stages. But is there any public support you can use at the moment, or are we not there yet?
I think you need to get your paperwork together first.
So we need to get you back on here probably after a while here and see where we can help you. But
maybe sometime late July.
Okay.
Maybe after a certain trip to California.
Very cool.
The scouts here in Roswell, a couple of our scout troops are actually headed out to, was it Catalina Island this summer for camp?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's going to be a pretty highlight experience for a summer camp, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Is that like a high adventure base, or is that just a regular? Because for folks who don't know, like we have Film on Scout Ranch. I think a lot of people have heard of that here. That's one of the national high adventure. There's scouts from all over the country, probably all over the world, that actually go there and participate. But there's other bases or other camps like that. So I was kind of curious, is this one of those like high adventure for, I don't know, Catalina, is that sailing? What is that?
Yeah, are you going to sail or do anything fun like that this summer?
I'm going to be doing rugged, which is, there's like a normal part of the camp, and then there's rugged, which is basically more extreme.
Gotcha.
I guess. We're going to be
low impact camping, stuff like that.
Like going kayaking.
Oh, cool.
Early in the morning and all kinds of stuff. That should be fun, I think.
Is there an aspect you're looking most forward to?
I don't think so. Just for the experience.
Just to do it. Go out. Have you been out to that part of the country before?
No.
Nice.
I know a lot of the kids are excited about the train.
Yeah.
A lot of people have not traveled by train before, so they're going to be going back and forth via train.
Oh, cool.
And then when they're there, the rugged program, each day is different. There's a day of mountain biking. There's ocean kayaking.
Okay.
And then there's the traditional program where they have like leather work and, for like the kids
More
that are not quite as adventurous.
Scoutcraft type programs and things like that.
Right.
Very cool. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. Enjoy. We'll have to get a report afterward when you get back. So you got a list of things you got to give me. Eagle Scout stuff and a report on your high adventure trip.
Yeah.
Add that to the list. Very good. We're running out of time here, but if anybody has any questions about anything we talked about, of course, if you want to talk more about the getting the flags here, there is the QR code, and then give out that phone number, Bobby, to call
575-622-3493. Call today.
Absolutely, yeah. To get in for Memorial Day, you need to call today. Don't wait till the last minute here. You're officially in the last minute. But and of course, if you'd like to volunteer to come help place some flags out at South Park Cemetery this Saturday, beginning 7 a.m., the scouts will be out there in mass, and they'd love to have you. They like Bobby said, there's like 3,500 graves they've got to put flags on, and that takes a minute. So the more that you come out, the would love to have you. And use that as your moment to spend a few minutes remembering why we celebrate the weekend. I know we love the 3-day weekend, and we go out and we grill and get together and have parties and have fans and friends, all that good stuff. But spend a few minutes to remember the reason why you're taking that 3-day weekend. And I think probably the best way to do that is come out 7 a.m. Saturday here. So, awesome. And then of course, congratulations on this far your journey for Eagle here, and good luck in the next phase. You're going to be so happy when it's all done. It's really cool when you get through it. I know you're going to get a little nervous, and it's going to be intimidating and some things, but you're going to bust through that, and you're going to come out as a better person on the other side. So it'd be good. Anything we missed?
Oh, there's probably tons of stuff, but we'll be happy to come back another day and tell you a little bit more. We can talk about the National Jamboree that's going to be taking place next year. And some of our recruiting drives this fall. But thanks again for having us, Mike, and supporting the Scouts so much.
Absolutely. Oh, give the phone number to the headquarters here. If anybody's listening and they want to learn more about scouting in their neighborhood, where they can go and find a troop or a pack near them, give that phone number to the headquarters there.
We got 575-622-3461.
Okay.
We got 2 phone numbers, so the one Bobby was reading was our other phone number. So
gotcha.
Both numbers work, but I tell you to call 622-3461. That's our primary line. So.
Or, look for Conquistador Council Rio Hondo District on Facebook.
Yep.
You can shoot a message through there, and someone will get back to you as well, too. So if you like to do the Facebook stuff and all that.
Absolutely.
Good deal. Well, thank you, guys. Appreciate the visit, and we will see you again soon, and good luck on this next phase here. We're excited for you.
Thanks for having us.
All right. We'll see you next time. All right. It's 8:34. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break, and then we're going to have the gentleman from Sun State Technologies join us. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. 2 retired police officers are credited with helping to make a burglary arrest in Roswell over the weekend. Court documents showed 19-year-old Ernesto Montano and brothers Marvin and Larry Winkles, both of Roswell, were apprehended and charged with burglary and conspiracy. Roswell Public Information Officer Todd Wildermuth is quoted in the Daily Record as confirming that officers had responded to a burglary in progress call along West Vista Parkway, and that both of the retired officers were neighbors to the victim's home. A tragic crash on Interstate 10 near Deming has left 3 West Texas people dead. State police said the 3 victims were riding in a Nissan SUV that was being towed by another SUV eastbound on the highway when the towed vehicle began to fishtail and overturned. 53-year-old Raimundo Cruz Herrera, 41-year-old Jose Luis Guerrero, both of El Paso, and 27-year-old Abraham Calderon Anthony of West Texas were killed. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
From the mountains to the lakes and even the beaches, America is calling, and the best way for your family to see it is in an updated vehicle from your friends at the Tailgate Nation. Roswell Ford has southeastern New Mexico's largest inventory of really nice pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. These are vehicles you can count on to carry your family safely and comfortably from sea to shining sea. All have survived a rigorous 139-point inspection, and Roswell Ford gives you a 3-day money-back guarantee. So if you find something you don't like, you can just bring it back. Roswell Ford is always looking for gently used cars and trucks. If you have one you want to sell, we'll make you a cash offer on the spot, and we'll give you a week to think about it. So get your motor running and head on out to the highway. Vacation season is here, and your friends at the Tailgate Nation have the vehicle you need to see the sights and do it right. Your new vacation vehicle is waiting for you now at Roswell Ford at the corner of 9th and Main.
J Block for governor. J Block, conservative, veteran, leader. J Block is the only choice to stand up and defeat Michelle Lujan Grisham. Mr. Block is a veteran of combat, serving in Afghanistan, a nuclear commander, and winner of the New Mexico State Republican Convention. As an America First conservative, Mr. Block has turned blue seats red and has never lost a race. Mr. Block will end the madness in Santa Fe once and for all. He's not a weatherman. He's not a rhino. J Block is a conservative, veteran, and a leader. Vote June 7th in the Republican primary.
Paid for by Friends for J Block.
If you suffer from pogonophobia, you would not want to attend a party with the following people: Kenny Rogers, Santa Claus, Willie Nelson, the cast of Duck Dynasty, and 2/3 of ZZ Top. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 37 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from Sun State Technologies, back joining us. They were just in a couple weeks ago here. Tim Small and Terry Frawley back with us. Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are y'all doing today?
Doing great. Outstanding.
Doing
Good.
great after a 9-hour drive from Phoenix yesterday.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Well,
tough.
at least, was it cooler in Phoenix like it was here yesterday, or was it still pretty?
Well, because I left at 6 in the morning. So
It's always cooler.
It was only 85 degrees there.
Cooler in Phoenix, by the way, is like 102. It's like, oh, yeah, we need a light jacket.
100 degrees. No, exactly.
Well, we're glad you made the trip here. And for folks that aren't familiar, actually, we got a chance to talk with these gentlemen a couple weeks ago. Sun State Technologies is really, you're a big company with a small company feel. I don't know, it's kind of like you got the best of both worlds. Where like when you want the hometown, small town, small, intimate customer service, you guys provide that. But you want the big guns of the big boys. You want the tools, you want the strength that comes with a big company. And,
Exactly.
And Sun State Technologies, just from our last conversation, I feel like you guys kind of the best of both worlds, where if you got the minute detail, you're a phone call away from talking to a live person.
Exactly. We our parent company is Cellular One of Northeast Arizona, which is based in Show Low, Arizona. So, that's a relatively small town.
Oh, gotcha.
And so...
population, 3 guys? No.
But we started this division about 10 years ago. And, we brought in the best of the best. And, in fact, we're doing a Lunch and Learn tomorrow.
That's right. That's tomorrow at the Chamber.
At the Chamber of Commerce.
Please RSVP for food. It doesn't cost you anything, but
that's right.
We don't want you to not have a sandwich. Or
at his favorite...
Dion's.
Dion's.
It's a New Mexico staple.
Yeah.
The green chili ranch.
Oh, yeah. It's great. And here's the deal: is their pizza's delicious, but you can't. But they have good sandwiches, so you're like, you always feel like a fat pig. You're like, I want pizza and a sandwich.
Well, I think we got into that last time. I'm from New York, so there's New York and then Chicago style.
Yeah.
And, so I don't know what this is.
And then there's New Mexico style.
And there's New Mexico style.
So.
But Stuart Hensley, is our basically our chief technology officer.
Okay, and he'll be your guest speaker tomorrow.
He's our guest speaker, and he's been in this industry for over 25 years.
Wow.
And he tells real life stories about, things that can happen to small, medium-sized businesses out there.
Excellent at what he does.
Yeah.
He's amazing. And he makes sure that all the texts, and we have, how many texts do we have now, Tim? Probably 15, 16 texts?
About 20.
20 texts, in 3 different markets. And he makes sure that they are well-trained and they have the certifications. And so that gets back to, Mike, to what you were saying. I mean, we may be from a small town. We understand a small town, but we're bringing, big city technology.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that's really special about New Mexico is our chief engineer, our service manager. They're all based in New Mexico.
Yes.
So if anything happens to any of our clients in New Mexico, I literally get up out of my cubicle, walk over, bang on the door, and go, this needs to be handled. This needs to be handled ASAP.
But then I guess they also get to deal with New Mexico problems. And what I mean by that is, when it comes to hacking and viruses and all that, that's not an urban or rural thing. That's universally. But sometimes in the technology world, we have technology in remote places.
Absolutely.
And so when things are like in a, say a dairy where, dust and things that don't, that's where the best of both worlds is, because your technicians understand what New Mexico climate is, and it's like, what a router sitting in a barn, what that's going to do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And so they understand that versus someone that has never walked into a ranch or something and has no idea what the weather elements can do on some of this technology.
Absolutely. We do all of our research and all of our breaking, so to speak, before we even approach a client with a solution. We want to make sure that our solution is guaranteed to fix their issue and never cause the issue again.
And Tim and I were just talking, and not to interrupt, I'm sorry, but we were just talking in the lobby about this, that so many of these hackers now are coming through small markets. And
they probably they think it's easier prey.
Exactly.
Is what I'm thinking.
They look at it be like, okay, this is a small community. They're not hip to the IT
They
trends.
think it's Andy Griffin and Otis Mayberry. And
right.
They got the jail cell, and the guy walks in and lets himself in. Yeah.
I mean, I just picture a hacker in their mom's basement.
Right.
With tons of Mountain Dew cans. So, okay, small town, let's go attack Roswell. Let's give me all the
And flaming hot Cheetos got to have those.
There you go.
So we're very hip to the small town communities and the issues that happen in small towns, especially internet challenged communities.
Absolutely. Well, and let's face it, and we talked a little bit about this last time you guys were here, is part of that too is educating. So if you're a business and you have, more than one person using your network, you got to educate them, you got to train them too, because that's generally the weakest link in any security system is the human element, the human component. So, and that's how they get in, it's like they send that email that looks so legit and everything else. And so, and even to enough where you're fooling, pretty well educated technology people. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And so,
and Stuart's presentation, he has real life examples up there. You know?
Oh yeah,
he's got the
chicken from clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I know for folks that I'm sure you guys are familiar with it. We talked just a hair about it, but for folks that remember, the Roswell Independent School District had a major security break a couple years ago. Turns out that human element, that's where, you know, it's those emails that people see an email and think it's legit and it's not. And well, you saw what happened next, and that's all it takes. Yeah. And that's where you guys come in and say, we can educate your staff and we can put in those things in place that make sure that, you know, you are protected. And if something happens, we can get in there and fix it without, you know, causing too much trouble.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a great thing you brought up training, because we have a complete person that's dedicated to training.
Good deal.
Her name's Mallory. She's over the state of New Mexico. She works hand in hand with me, and she spends a good portion of her week developing training.
Good deal.
For our current clients and future clients.
And that's something that constantly evolves and changes. So to have a person that's solely dedicated to doing nothing but that means that they're always going to be up to date on the latest education and training.
And that's a very
else.
good point, Mike, because, you know, so many times we'll go into a business and they have somebody that used to be the office manager, and now they're handling their IT. And they may be great at making coffee, but when it comes down to it, I mean, how are they staying up to date on the training? Are they looking for these, you know, these phishing things that are happening out there? And you know, and we're not trying to see, you know, even if we'll go into a place, a small to medium sized business, and know, well, this person handles our IT. We're not trying to take that person's job away. What we're trying to do is help support them.
Sure, make it better.
Complement them.
Well, and I would also argue this that you know, especially folks that have, you know, maybe were brought into the computer age and grow up in the computer age, you know. I would compare you, when you talk about IT person, and yeah, we make our jokes like their social skills are not the best and all that other stuff, but
they don't need to be.
Exactly. But I almost look at them as your modern day artisan version. What I mean by that is, in today's world, you know, you have, like, I always look at like bricklayers or tile work people. These are people that are very good at what they do, and they're, you know, they're artisans. That's what, and IT is kind of a modern day version of that, because
it is.
It's one of those things that, like tile work, a little bit of damage, a little bit of knowledge can do a lot of damage if you don't know what you're doing here. But
you click on the wrong thing on a computer.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid, you could destroy and take down a whole network.
Yeah.
Our engineer, our chief engineer, and Stuart, what they come up with the mapping and the artistry behind everything is just amazing. And they're so knowledgeable about how to set up a network, how to support the network, you know, especially in small rural communities with small to medium, large size businesses. I mean, we go everywhere from, you know, Dean Baldwin in Roswell with 4 locations. Hi, Don.
Yeah.
To very small, you know, 6-7 workstation computers, chiropractors.
Gotcha.
Veterinarians.
So mom and pop businesses to Fortune 500 companies, you guys can handle that kind of stuff. And here's the cool part. The Fortune 500 company gets the exact same service that the mom and pop guy gets. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's the point I want to make here. It's like you get, like, if you're just the mom and pop, and you're probably the one who's got the bigger needs, let's face it, because probably no IT department with you. There's
if we look at it, the mom and pop have one error, and they could be bankrupt.
Absolutely.
Where a Fortune 500 can make hundreds of errors.
That's
and
true.
Still
There's
be a
room for
Fortune
error
500.
there. Yeah.
So we really go after and protect the small to medium sized businesses.
But, you know, but even when Target had that breach, you know, years ago, it came in through a vendor. You know, they were like, the hackers were like, oh,
it's always about the path of least resistance.
Exactly.
It's just like any other aspect in life. People are criminals in the cyber world. They're like criminals in the real world.
Exactly.
That's why they always tell you to lock your cars and stuff, because, you know, they don't want to make it easy. Usually you're just checking doorknobs and walk. Cybersecurity is a whole lot the same way. If you have the things in place, they're going to check your doorknob and move on.
Exactly.
But if you leave it vulnerable, they check your doorknob. Guess what? They're in, and this is what they're doing. And then they go in and basically that email or that little thing, that's the doorknob check. Right. And that's what's going on. And
exactly.
And that's kind of what's happening there. So,
one of the things I did want to add, because we were talking about the IT and tech, you know, people and this and that. part of our training with our techs is to be able to communicate.
Talking layman's terms.
Talking layperson's terms.
Well, if you can figure that one out, you guys are geniuses.
Well,
I don't know.
because we do, and that's a big part of it. In fact, I've been in sales most of my life and in PR and this and that, and so I monitor these guys, and I'll come in and talk to them, and and again, you want to find common ground. You want to make them feel comfortable, but you don't want them to feel like you're talking down to them.
Right.
Because we're all like that. I mean, my gosh, like I always say, Mike, they call me T, but not for technology, My name is Terry, but I'm like, when I get with these guys, and I've just noticed, just because of the training and a lot that Mallory is doing here locally, that, people want to talk to our techs.
Sure.
I mean, sometimes it's like, they'll try to call them, and I said, no, listen, you have a little button there. I said, you can put in a service ticket. That is the quickest way. I know you like,
the
Jim,
personal service.
you like your service and all that, but quite honestly, if you really want this thing done,
that
call them after
streamlines
hours
the process.
if you want to have a cup of coffee. But right now, we got to fix your issue. So, but again, we want to be in a situation where people are not intimidated having a conversation with one of our IT people.
And that's where you guys come in here. And so if come out to the Lunch and Learn tomorrow.
Absolutely.
If you can't, for whatever reason, we'll give you ways to reach out here in just a few minutes.
505-701-0972.
There you go.
Or check out suntech.com is the website if you kind of want to read more.
Sunstate.com.
Or Sunstate
Yep,
Tech, I'm sorry.
sunstatetech.com.
I forgot to put that. I was
That's
half
okay.
reading when I looked.
No,
up.
you're okay.
But check it out and then read more about the different services that are provided, what they can do, how they can help your business. I'm telling you, if you're a small mom and pop business, this is by far the smartest way to go, because I understand you got into small business because you have passion for what you're selling, be it coats or pots or food, whatever that product is. That's your passion. That's your love. And things like bookkeeping and all the business running stuff, you learn on the fly, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to balance the books. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to do all that stuff. Oh, and now in the world we live in, oh yeah, you got to make sure that the systems you're using to pay your vendors, to pay your employees, to order new product, and all that stuff are working the way they need to do.
Yeah,
it.
and even though we sell the hardware, we understand the software.
Yeah,
so that's important.
Yeah, one thing that also separates Sunstate from anybody else is we do what's called technology vendor management.
Okay.
Office managers are busy enough. Let us help you manage your vendors.
Nice.
All your, from printers.
So you can kind of streamline that. So you're just pushing buttons and making sure things happen
everything's handled. Nice. We give you that peace of mind, that simplicity, that you go home at night after a hard day knowing that everything was taken care of.
Nice.
And
so it's a lot more than security.
Exactly.
It really is convenience.
We do VoIP. We do cybersecurity. We do email protection. We do workstation setup. We do security cameras. If you think it connects to the internet, think of Sunstate.
Gotcha.
And if you're in the medical field, we understand HIPAA compliancy. And
HIPAA compliant.
Nice.
Real big.
It's
so you got
really big.
Personal protections and all the things that are required there. You guys are well versed in all that.
Exactly.
HIPAA, CIPA, which is for
with the
students.
schools, yeah.
So
HIPAA, JIPRA. How many acronyms we got?
Volunteer fire departments. We are very well known with the volunteer fire departments.
So you even work with a lot of quote unquote more secure facilities and things too. People that require extra levels of security.
Fire departments,
places where hackers are more likely because they know there's bigger treasures behind those walls that they're going after.
So. Banks, schools, police departments, mom and pop, retail. New Mexico just went legal in 4/1.
Yes,
we have a very knowledgeable client base, and our techs are very knowledgeable when it comes to that industry.
Interesting, because I imagine a lot of people that are in that industry don't think about the side you're thinking about. They're busy thinking about how do I grow the cannabis, and let's face it, they've got 8 miles of red tape that they're trying to meet on the government side, and probably some of I'm not saying all of them, but I imagine some of those businesses have spent more time on that and then less on the actual operations and security of it. Oh, by the way, yeah, you're in a cash business mostly. I mean, till the feds make this thing legal, there's a whole lot of loopholes you got to go through.
Well, and I actually moved to Phoenix from Durango, Colorado, and they had like 27 dispensaries in that town, and I got to know some of these people there. And if one camera is down. It's not, they have to close.
Wow.
Absolutely.
You know, and so, I mean, they're very
stringent.
Very
Yeah.
stringent. You know,
Which is
so-
a good thing, you know. I think
absolutely.
You know, based on that industry and the nefariousness of what people
It used
want
to,
from
it used to be the wild, wild west, but
Yeah.
it's very government regulated.
But in the meantime, until the feds get on board, there's a lot of loopholes, and Sun State can really help
Exactly.
you balance some of that, so you can focus more on, you know, selling product and collecting money, and not worried about someone trying to get in and steal your cash based business stuff.
No, exactly. Exactly right.
And I mean, since we're talking about businesses, and another thing Sun State provides and assists in is internet policies.
Okay.
Every company has an internet policy. It's
So
a
if you
quick-
need help establishing like your
Yeah.
protocols and things,
Yes.
Well, you
Gotcha.
know, we're your right hand and your left hand.
Perfect.
To help you assist in your day-to-day operations of the internet protocol.
So when you do have your internet protocols, you don't go too far where you cut into people's legal, you know, rights.
Right.
But at the same time, you're protecting your business and keeping people from spending all day doing whatever it is on the internet you don't want them doing.
No, we can put locks in place on those things,
Well,
Mike.
I think it wasn't too long ago, a study came out that 60% of employees spend half their working day on social media sites during work hours.
I absolutely believe it. I do it too, but I have to because I'm in radio. That's my job.
That's why you're in radio,
That's
so you
right.
can do
It's
this.
like I can goof off on the computer all day.
I mean, we also do radio stations.
Well, you talk to my boss. I don't make those decisions. I'm not smart enough to let me make those decisions. They trust me to turn on a microphone, but that's about it right now. We're running a little short on time here, but folks, I think the best bet, if you got time, come out to Lunch and Learn tomorrow at the Roswell Chamber. That gets underway at 11:30. It'll be at the Chamber. Call the Chamber today and RSVP, or shoot them a message on Facebook. Say, hey, I'd like to RSVP me and one other for the Sun State Lunch and Learn tomorrow. And then come out. Come hungry. Dion's will be catering the event, and come with your questions. Come,
Absolutely.
Come, learn more about what and I don't care if you're looking for your small business, your large business, or your home. If you got a big home with networking and all that stuff, and you're like, I want to beef up my home stuff. Come out to Lunch and Learn more about what they can do for you too.
Yeah, we'll definitely make recommendations for everybody that contacts us at 505-701-0972. If you forget that, contact Liz over at the Chamber.
Yes.
She knows how to get a hold of us. Or Irma over at the EDC, Economic Development. She knows how to get a hold of us.
Nice.
So,
and by the way, I applaud you guys. I've noticed some stuff. You guys have already been heavily involved in the community, donating to various organizations.
Harvard Ministries.
Yeah, I've seen all that. You guys are already,
Thank you for mentioning that.
Putting your roots in our community and wanting to be a part of our Roswell community here. So folks, if you're looking for that local flair with because that's just it. You guys, I mean, you're regional big, but at the same time, you're New Mexico, Arizona. That's your home at these areas here. So they know
we're a small town company.
Yeah, they know Southeast New Mexico's needs, and they understand them
with big city technology.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I'm in marketing too.
I had a feeling.
We give you that hometown peace of mind.
Absolutely. Again, we'll get the numbers here one more time, but check out the website, sunstatetech.com. You can visit there, read more about all the different services, all the history of the company. You can kind of get a little bit of background about it here. And definitely, if you really want to learn more, come out tomorrow to the Roswell Chamber of Commerce. Be a part of the big Lunch and Learn here. That starts at 11:30. Call the Chamber of Commerce today and RSVP to get out there and come. And at worst, you're just going to have an hour or two of eating delicious pizza, and you know what I'm saying. If nothing in the information there is useful to you, you got free pizza.
Yeah, you learn a lot about pepperoni.
But I got a feeling you're going to be interested.
You are going to be interested. That's
I've cleared all my other clients this week, so I am dedicated to Roswell and all Roswell's questions. So
nice.
Everybody reach out to me at 505-701-0972.
Yeah.
I'll answer any questions that you might have, and I hope to see a packed house tomorrow at 11:30.
Yeah, and like I said, if you can't make it because work doesn't let you get away or whatever, don't hesitate. Reach out, call, or check out the website there. One more time on that phone number.
505-701-0972.
Very good.
And then if you can't get a hold of me there, contact Liz at the Chamber, Irma at EDC Economic Development, Sun State Technology Group. Put in an info sheet, and it goes directly to me.
Absolutely. And, of course, if you space out and forget to RSVP tomorrow, if you just show up at 11:30, I think they'll let you in. You know.
Absolutely. You just have to have a really hard question for us.
But if you start eating a bunch of pizza, my people might give you dirty looks. Just saying.
I'll give you my pizza.
Very good. Well, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it.
We'll see y'all next time, okay?
Yep. Absolutely.
Safe travels back, too.
Yeah, thanks so much. Appreciate it, Mike.
Anytime. All right, it is 8:59, Wall Street Business Update. Don't go away.
Amazon is planning to sublease some of its warehouse space because the surge in the online shopping is slowing down. Subleasing allows the company to relieve the financial obligations associated with an existing building that no longer meets its needs. That's according to an Amazon spokesperson. The head of the UN's World Food Program is telling billionaires it's time to step up as the global threat of food insecurity rises with Russia's war in Ukraine. Agency Executive Director David Beasley and others say a new study projected that nearly 1.9 billion people could face food insecurity by November. The average cost of a gallon of gasoline nationwide is at $4.59 per gallon. Several states are seeing an average cost of more than $5 a gallon, while California's average cost is just over $6. That's according to AAA. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Up one day, down the next. A sell-off underway this morning on Wall Street. The tech-heavy NASDAQ especially hard hit. Right now, the index is down close to 4%. Even with Title 42 immigration restrictions still in effect, the mayor of the small Texas border town of Eagle Pass says the border crisis getting out of control.
We have thousands of people crossing from over 100 countries into our community. We do not know who these people are.
Mayor Rolando Salinas' remarks captured by Town Hall's Julio Rosas. The mayor urging President Biden and Vice President Harris to visit the border to see firsthand what's going on there. And Texas Governor Greg Abbott says that so far 45 busloads of illegal immigrants released by the Border Patrol have been sent to Washington, D.C., and he says that more are on the way. In Tokyo,
we're navigating a dark hour in our shared history.
President Biden addressing fellow leaders of the informal Indo-Pacific Security Coalition. It's known as the Quad.
The Russian brutal and unprovoked war against Ukraine has triggered a humanitarian catastrophe, and innocent civilians have killed in the streets, and millions of refugees are internally displaced as well as exiled.
And Ukrainian officials say that workers digging through the rubble of an apartment building in Mariupol found 200 bodies in the basement of that building. Former Trump spokeswoman Sarah Sanders could be on the verge of winning the Republican nomination for governor of Arkansas. Sanders heavily favored in today's GOP primary. Primaries as well today in Georgia and Alabama, Texas and Minnesota. And watching Wall Street right now, the Dow is down 427 points. The NASDAQ Composite Index off 406 points, and the S&P is down 89. More on these stories, townhall.com.
I'm about to compare a pepper shaker to a cash-out refinance. Hang with me. You know when you're at a restaurant and they ask, would you like some fresh ground pepper? And then they crank that giant tube, but almost nothing comes out? For me, only a certain amount of time is socially acceptable to wait. I know that getting that pepper out might make my life better, but it just seems too impossible. And that's what we hear people say about the cash-out refinance. People realize that the value of their home has gone up like hot pepper the last few years, leaving all this extra money sitting inside their home. But is it too hard to get out? It's Ryan from United Faith Mortgage. If you're interested in cashing out the extra pepper in your home, we're good at doing all the work while you just sit back and relax. And often, your mortgage payment and years in the loan will stay the same. If you'd like to hear about your options,
we are United Faith Mortgage.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Melville Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to nmlsconsumeraccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Not licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
The BBC has gotten a hold of some photos and documents reportedly hacked from police files in China. appear to verify claims of serious human rights abuses of Uyghur Muslims in Western China.
The massive data breach includes thousands of photographs of Uyghurs, providing powerful evidence from inside Xinjiang's re-education camps. The clear signs of distress and the guards visible in the background are at odds with China's long-standing claim that these facilities are schools, guiding willing students away from extremism. The files, which also include a shoot-to-kill policy for escapees and details of long jail sentences for almost any sign of Islamic belief, came from an anonymous source who claims to have hacked into Chinese police computers. Many documents can be shown to contain genuine information, and the photos linked to verifiable locations.
BBC's John Sudworth, townhall.com. With the economy still struggling, most Americans believe that this year's class of college grads facing a tough job market.
The latest Rasmussen Report's national telephone and online survey finds that 51% of American adults believe it will be difficult for recent college graduates to find a job in the current economy, including 19% who say it will be very difficult. A year ago, 59% thought it would be difficult for graduates to find a job. In April of 2020, when many businesses were under lockdown orders because of the COVID-19 pandemic, 82% said it would be difficult for graduates to get a job. Bernie Bennett reporting.
An incredible transition is how President Biden describes record-high gas prices. Mr. Biden said that at a news conference in Tokyo, and he was asked about soaring prices at the pump. Gas prices at AAA describes as unprecedented. Once again on Wall Street right now, the Dow down 388 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel and what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Trace Inviernos.
Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Tuesday. Hope it's a good one.
I'm dealing with a situation right now.
A situation?
A situation.
What kind of situation?
It might actually happen while we're here on the radio.
You gotta go to the bathroom?
No. Buckle up, kids. No, I'm sitting there doing something on my computer over there, and I push my glasses up, and my screw over here pops out. My lens popped out.
Oh.
Yeah, so I need to get to a screwdriver, eyeglass screwdriver as soon as possible, but it could just at random just pop out. If I just push my glasses up the wrong way or adjust them wrong, kind of trying to make it happen. Don't want to, but you know.
Well, good thing you're an eyeglass technician in a former life. You can fix these things.
You'd think. I can. Sure, I've got the know-how. I don't have the tools.
Yeah, that's the trick.
I never have an eyeglass screwdriver near my person when I need it.
Maybe you should just buy a bunch of them.
I did. And
just
lost
leave
them over the course of like a year. They're very small. For those who don't know, they're very hard to, or easy to lose.
We'll keep them in a designated spot.
Again, one would think, right?
Yeah.
Adults should.
Designated drawer somewhere, and here, one at the house
and this
there.
This is the same reason I always lose my keys.
One in the car.
I don't have a bowl. And yes, there's the eyeglass screwdrivers on the keychain, but I never think to actually put it on my keys.
Well, you should try that.
Again, I agree with you. These are all things that somebody who thinks ahead of time and plans accordingly should. Yeah, my mindset is it fixed? Good. We'll figure it out later.
Just plan once, and you'll find it great.
Well, I plan once, and then it's great for the next time, but then after that, well.
So for Sean's birthday, we need to get him like a 12-pack of eyeglass screwdrivers so he can keep them randomly in various places in his life.
Just
like in the car.
A rack of eyeglass screwdrivers.
Does Craftsman make like a eyeglass screwdriver set?
The socket, the auto set.
Snap-on or one of these.
Yeah, it's fancy. Got it from the Snap-on guy.
Yeah, one of these guys. I'm just wondering. But anyway, well, I'm waiting. I'm going to watch. I'm just watching you just boop. Are you going to try to make it pop out now?
I shouldn't, because I had to screw it in last hour with my thumbnail.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, is it a long one?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's why I keep it that way. It's for eyeglass screwdriver purposes.
Do you remember back in the day, maybe it was just when I was a kid, there was a popular trend where they were growing out the fingernail on a pinky.
That's not a... Okay.
Is that
Mike?
a gangster thing? What is it?
No, you don't know what that is?
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, I'm going to educate Mike Winters right here, folks. And if
I
you
see
know,
people
if
do
you
it.
know,
I have no idea what that means.
Okay. It's a coke nail.
Oh, for cocaine?
Yes.
That's the only reason?
That's pretty much.
Then why were like kids in school doing it?
I don't know, because it was a thing that adults. Yeah, that's what it is. A little bump, and
that's what that's for.
It's a coke nail. I'm surprised you did not know that. And I almost didn't want to bring it up on the radio, but yeah, I'm surprised you didn't know that.
I'm sorry, I didn't have a life of doing that kind of thing.
Neither did I.
So
But
I just didn't know.
Having watched so many like mobster and mafia movies.
Yeah, but I don't remember them having a meeting like I grew my nail out for this. I mean,
it was just kind of a handy thing. It's like, oh, take a quick bump, you know.
Okay.
Or if you're Amber Heard, you get it with a tissue
in court. But okay, all right.
Yeah,
that doesn't explain why all the kids in school were doing it. But
well,
yeah,
they probably saw adults do it. Like maybe it was the adults in their life were doing it, and then they started doing it, and the other kids wanted to be cool like those kids, so they started doing it too.
Maybe I thought maybe they just like to pick their nose with it or something. I had no idea.
Maybe there's something more to it, but I've always heard it as you keep that long nail. Like the joke was in my family, at least, is like you got them long coke nails, you need to go cut them.
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Huh, I guess I live a sheltered life.
Surrounded by The Offer and all these mafia and mafioso.
Well, they didn't really discuss that. They didn't cover that in those movies.
Speaking of, you're all caught up on The Offer, right?
I am.
As of yesterday?
I am.
And they're doing this. They're doing it weekly, right?
Yeah, I think it's Sundays they put the new episodes out, and it got really good at the most recent episode. I think it's up to like episode 8.
I was going to ask how deep are we?
Yeah, like 7 or 8, somewhere like that.
That's usually 10 episodes is a season, so you're getting close to the end.
Maybe. Well, and this is I can't imagine there's going to be a second season.
Right.
It's The Godfather. It's the making of The Godfather. I mean, are they going to do making of 2? I hope not, because it's not going to be nearly as interesting as the first one.
I can't wait till they do making of 3. We just gave up at this point.
But it is pretty interesting. I
will say props to the people who made the Godfather movies for not doing the thing that everybody did back in the day and turning your 3 into 3D.
Well, in all fairness, they probably weren't thinking that by the time.
Cannoli. Whoa.
Lots of Brando going, I'm going to need a favor with a hand out.
Hand them a sandwich.
But yeah, I dig that show. I'm loving that show, and it got really good on the most recent episode. I'm anxiously awaiting what's going to happen in the next episode.
I'm real mad right now, dude, because I've been holding back. I haven't gone on like pirate websites to try to find it, but I haven't watched a single episode of this season of Better Call Saul. And I'm pretty. No, it's not. I want to. I figure if I can hold out and do it all in binge, but it's like it's probably gonna be another year before it's out on Netflix or wherever.
Yeah, I've got them recording on my DVR.
Do you?
So I got a DVR with all the episodes.
I have to pop over to Mike's house this weekend.
There you go.
Yeah.
Slip on in.
I think they're almost done. I think episode 6 is this week.
I think they showed 2 episodes yesterday.
Did they?
Like I have it set to record, and it had both episodes set to record back to back.
Only new? Do you have it set to record only new?
Correct.
Okay.
I do. So it normally doesn't, because they do play it back to back, but it had 2 recordings to record. So I think there was 2 episodes yesterday.
I made a mistake one time, and this was back when we had Dish.
Yeah.
I set the DVR to record an episode of Impractical Jokers.
Ah.
But I did not set it to record only new episodes.
And you woke up at like 500 episodes?
It was literally like the next day I saw it was like 37 recordings.
You pretty much just told them to record whatever's on True TV at that moment.
Just turn it on, hit record, and walk away.
Because they're not as bad, but still pretty bad, that they pretty much show Impractical Jokers 24/7.
Oh, yeah.
And when they're not showing it, it's like World's Dumbest.
So is the new guy... We are jumping around topic.
Well, June's the new ones.
Okay, is the new guy Colin Jost's brother?
I don't know if they've got a new guy.
Because I saw somebody Jost.
Well, they did one new episode without Joe.
Okay.
And it was what's his name? A guest.
Right, but
I can't remember his name now.
I left my phone. I was saying as I was walking here, I'm like, I know I'm going to need my phone for this hour.
But but they just called him a guest host. Hey, our guest is here, Tanner. Just want to let you know.
Our guest host is here.
Yes. But they didn't really say like they had a new guy, and then they only showed the one episode. Now they're like, okay, new episodes return in June.
Right.
And that was like
I think it was
a month
from
ago.
I think it was from that new episode, but I don't know if this was the guest, but it was something Jost. And I was like, wait, is that Colin Jost's brother? Like from SNL?
So I got a feeling they're just going to guest host it till they find their little groove, or it may just be the three of them.
It could just be the three of them.
Because the whole premise of me personally, why I like the show, is it was four friends that literally have grown up together and they've been doing it all together. So to add a new person,
it's kind of cousin Olivering the situation.
It cuts that out a little bit, where if you just go in with the three, at least it's like keeping the tradition going a little bit. So I'm a little torn on that. But if they got the right person, it's funny. I'm down.
Yeah.
I never say never, but if I had my druthers, I'd say leave it alone.
I think they can get it done with the three. I mean, I think that they can still have the same level of humor. And you know what's funny? Props to Joe for still sticking by his guns and walking away.
Yeah.
Because they offered him like an ungodly amount of money to come back.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know it. I mean, you look at the last season.
Well, it was all family, right? The reason why he left.
Yeah.
He got divorced, I think, and I don't know if he's raising the kids. I have no idea what's going on there. But
it was to spend more time with family, but I think there might have been like some internal issues that weren't really talked about.
Well, I think it cost him his marriage. I got to be honest. He got divorced, and I got a feeling there's a connection there. But I mean, I didn't live there. I don't know. But from the outside looking in, that's what it feels like to me.
Sure.
So, yeah.
But I'm interested to see the new episodes.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jost, though, so I was watching some of the clips from SNL this last episode when everybody walked away. Adie Bryant, Kate McKinnon, Pete Davidson, and there was one more.
There was.
I can't remember. Cecily Strong, maybe? I'm not sure. But I was looking at the cast now. There's nobody left.
They all left.
There's not. I mean, it's all like the new people. Bowen Yang is, I think, maybe one of the veterans now because he's in his, I think, second or third year. Yeah, so I mean, it's rough, dude. It's gonna be it's gonna be definitely a transitional period for SNL.
Yeah,
because they just lost a whole lot of the funny. It was the other guy too, the guy that always plays the stoner. I can't think of his name offhand.
Oh, yeah, I know.
The blonde? Kyle
Mooney.
Mooney. He's the other one who walked away.
Yeah, I don't know the names anymore.
Kyle Mooney, Adie Bryant, Kate McKinnon, and Pete Davidson.
Okay.
That's like the four funny.
Is, what's his name gone, or is he still there? Keenan.
I believe he's gone.
Okay. Because I saw him on the...
Yeah, he left a couple seasons ago, I think.
Well, I think he was on this last episode.
Oh, really?
Like he was...
Maybe a guest spot or something?
Maybe. I don't know, but he was there standing in the group. So
they really get into bringing back...
of course, Keenan had a sitcom show, which I don't know if made it or got canceled.
Yeah, I think it got canceled, but I'm pretty sure he walked away from
Mr. Mayor and The Rock are still on, but
right.
I don't remember seeing Keenan there anymore. And I think he was in that little group of shows they were showing. It was The Rock, Keenan, and Mr. Mayor. No more Keenan. I kind of dug the Keenan show. I watched it a couple times. It had Don Johnson in it.
Any sitcom with a laugh track these days is a real hard sell for me.
Is it?
It is.
Man,
like even to the point where I love Disjointed, that show Disjointed on Netflix.
Yes.
But the laugh track took me out of it. And I know it was a Chuck Lorre joint, pardon the pun, but it just took me out of it.
Ooh. Well, I love that show, so I thought I dig it. So anyway, it's 9:17. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and pause for some weather. We're going to talk with the folks from American Legion Post 61 here in just a little bit. Don't go away. We'll be back on the other side of weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We do have a slim chance of a shower or thunderstorm later on today. Otherwise, it'll be fair. Afternoon high stays pretty cool, upper 70s to low 80s. Partly cloudy for the overnight hours. We'll drop into the upper 40s and a little bit breezy. And then lots of sunshine coming our way on Wednesday. Still comfortable on the daytime highs, low 80s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, did I refresh my weather? I don't think I did, because I'm a bad boy. Currently, 66 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 56%. Winds are out of the northeast at 10 miles per hour. They are saying there's a chance. They said there was a chance yesterday, but I don't remember seeing it, but maybe I missed it. There is a 30% chance of some showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. They say the sweet spot is between noon and 3 p.m. today. They do say if we do get storms, some of them could be severe. Partly cloudy, high of 77 today, winds out of the north 15 to 20. Tonight, we're looking at partly cloudy skies with an overnight low of 47, northeast winds 10 to 15. Wednesday, your last bit of coolish air before we get into the real hot. Sunny, high of 80 tomorrow, west winds 5 to 10. Thursday, sunny, 92 for a high, north winds 5 to 10. And then Friday, back over the century mark, sunny, hot, 101 for a high. Saturday, more of the same, sunny and hot, breezy, 104. Sunday, sunny, hot, windy, 102. And then Memorial Day, Monday, sunny, hot, windy, 102 for a high there. So enjoy that 77 today and 80 tomorrow, because that's going to change here after a few days. All right, it is 20 minutes after 9 o'clock. Let's go ahead and pause for a 3-minute commercial break, pay some bills, and then we'll talk American Legion 61 business on the other side. Don't go away.
There's nothing like a good night's sleep. But if your old, worn-out mattress is keeping you up at night, then hurry to Glenn's Furniture and change your life. Glenn's carries Serta, the finest mattress in the world. Whether you prefer a traditional inner spring, a modern memory foam, or a hybrid that combines the best of both, Glenn's has the right size and right firmness in stock, specially priced and ready for free delivery. So don't lay awake another night. Head for Glenn's Furniture at the corner of Union and Alameda, making sweet dreams since 1953.
Buying a sewing machine from a big box store or online might seem like a bargain, but in this case, you really do get what you pay for. Just the machine. No lessons, no help with figuring out why it isn't working the way you expect, and no one close to fix it. Buying locally from an authorized retailer may cost a little more, but in the end, it will save you time, money, and aggravation. Come see me, Chris Ann, at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, and let me show you why it pays to shop local. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
J Block for governor. J Block, conservative, veteran, leader. J Block is the only choice to stand up and defeat Michelle Lujan Grisham. Mr. Block is a veteran of combat, serving in Afghanistan, a nuclear commander, and winner of the New Mexico State Republican Convention. As an America First conservative, Mr. Block has turned blue seats red and has never lost a race. Mr. Block will end the madness in Santa Fe once and for all. He's not a weatherman. He's not a rhino. J Block is a conservative, veteran, and a leader. Vote June 7th in the Republican primary.
Paid for by Friends for J Block.
Hey, this is Dr. Keon Egger at Carabelli Dental in Roswell. Our office is passionate about creating beautiful, long-lasting smiles. But here's the thing. Sometimes that means dentures, and that's not a bad thing. These aren't your grandma's dentures. We combine artistry and the latest technology to create beautiful, natural-looking teeth. If you are in southeastern New Mexico and you have dentures or are considering dentures, you need to come visit us at Carabelli Dental.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental or call 622-4455.
From the mountains to the lakes and even the beaches, America is calling, and the best way for your family to see it is in an updated vehicle from your friends at the Tailgate Nation. Roswell Ford has southeastern New Mexico's largest inventory of really nice pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. These are vehicles you can count on to carry your family safely and comfortably from sea to shining sea. All have survived a rigorous 139-point inspection, and Roswell Ford gives you a 3-day money-back guarantee. So if you find something you don't like, you can just bring it back. Roswell Ford is always looking for gently used cars and trucks. If you have one you want to sell, we'll make you a cash offer on the spot, and we'll give you a week to think about it. So get your motor running and head on out to the highway. Vacation season is here, and your friends at the Tailgate Nation have the vehicle you need to see the sights and do it right. Your new vacation vehicle is waiting for you now at Roswell Ford at the corner of 9th and Main.
Mulan has the highest kill count of any Disney character. When asked for comment, Buzz Lightyear responded, "To infinity and beyond." Here's Mike Winters.
Gotta love a bad Disney joke. Good morning. It is 23 minutes after 9 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning from the American Legion Post 61 family, Commander Stephen Lee, and I always want to mess it up, but Auxiliary President Jen with us as well. Good morning.
Good morning.
Ow. I keep wanting to say Commander, but I know it's not. So
no.
It's I gotta remember not to do that. So.
El Presidente.
El Jefe. Let's go with Jefe.
Okay. You could do that.
I suppose.
She's El Jefe of both the unit and the whole district.
There you go.
Yeah, I was recently elected.
That's a lot of Jefe.
Yeah. It's a little scary, but it's fun too.
Good deal.
So she's like the president of 5 posts, basically.
Units.
So
okay, whatever.
So yeah, your job got a little busier here. Yeah, she got
a promotion.
She got a promotion
I suppose,
to
yeah, you could look at it that way.
Higher district level here.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's because she showed up to a meeting.
Yeah, it's true.
That's half the battle. Sometimes you show up and you're
See,
put
but
in
if you
charge.
tell people that, they won't show up to our meetings. So
I know.
Keep that on
Mike
the deal.
showed up to our meeting and he wouldn't take anything other than Sergeant at Arms. So. But I still need your minutes, man.
All right, I got the stuff right here. I just got to sit down and write it.
Okay.
Now that sports is over, that does help a little bit.
Oh,
so.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
But, of course, American Legion Post 61 family, we got a lot going on. Love to invite folks to be a part of some of our stuff. Of course, probably the most urgent thing will be Memorial Day weekend here.
For sure. Yeah, we're actually going to need help putting out flags on Saturday at Memory Lawn.
Okay. I know, like they said, the Scouts are going to be out at South Park and ask for help.
Well, our Cubbies will.
And our Cubs
actually they won't. They'll be out of town.
Right. Okay. So, but we Post 61 and our family are looking for folks to help us do the same thing out at Memory Lawn Cemetery. So South Park's they're going to. So if you've got time, now they're getting underway at 7 at South Park Saturday. What time? 9 o'clock. So. Maybe you can do both. Swing on by, 7 and help them out, and then hopefully enough hands are there and they get done by 9, and then you come on over to Memory Lawn. And,
well, we only got 298 to put out.
Yeah, they've got about 3,500.
Yeah, it shouldn't take too long. So.
Yeah, so.
And some of them we got to find. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's just it. And Memory Lawn has been our, for American Legion Post 61's focus for the last year and a half, 2 years here. And we, along with the community, have gotten a lot done out there. So, and a big thank you to the community for that support and continued support with that.
it is very much needed, so we thank you.
And it will continue to do so. With the weather getting warmer here, that means more work's going to be done, more grass cutting, more watering, more work down out there. So we're going to have more work days coming up throughout the summer here.
Right. Our need for gasoline is going to shoot way up.
If you'd like to make donations that way.
Really appreciate all the monies that we received towards all that last year. But I hate to say it, but we're going to need it all again this year.
Yeah,
because,
especially with $5 gallon gas. Or
whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that hurts.
Yeah. Even with a lawnmower, that's still a lot of money. So if you'd like to donate directly for Memory Lawn, you can do that through us. I mean,
absolutely.
Sure, if you want to donate to American Legion Post 61, we can do that. But if you say, no, here's $100, I want it to go towards Memory Lawn, no problem. We can take care of that for you.
We maintain that fund anyway. Yeah. The American Legion does.
But it won't be used for any American Legion projects.
It would only be used
just
for Memory Lawn. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
We need gas or we need to buy equipment or whatever. Yeah. That's where materials, that's where
anytime you donate to a nonprofit, especially like a NGO, like American Legion, we have certain programs that we have, and anything that's earmarked for any particular program has to be spent on that program. So
just
if
like a
on the
government
memo
budget
line you put Memory Lawn on there, it has to be spent at Memory Lawn in some form or fashion.
Perfect. Yeah, like
or Cub Scouts has to be spent on Cub Scouts.
Yeah, or like when Reineke Medical donated to the Auxiliaries Charity Bear Project. They sponsored 50 bears.
Nice.
Yeah.
All of that money will go towards that.
Very good. So
we finally got a hold of Alex Ross. I guess he's going to come out Thursday and
Oh, good. Do a thing
for
apparently
the Charity Bears.
Nice.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I've never been on TV before.
Me either.
So.
No.
I've been on several times.
I have, just by accident. But police blotter mostly.
Really?
Just kidding.
Nice.
After that third DUI, yeah, I got it. Yeah.
It pays to smile for your mugshot. Just saying. It looks better on TV.
Well, it pays to know somebody. They can airbrush the smiles in, you know.
Can you give me like a bouffant hairdo?
No.
But yes, if you'd like to contribute, we'll earmark it specifically how you want it there.
Right.
But
which segues into the fact that we just started our Cub Scout troop. Our first meeting will be Thursday.
Pack 61 is official now.
Is online. Yeah.
So we're looking for Cub Scouts
and Scout leaders.
Den moms and dads to be a part of that. So.
Yeah. Currently, we only have 2. We have a Scout leader and we have a dead mother.
Awesome.
Apparently, or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know.
I am sure Mom and Dad will figure it out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And we just signed up 6 kids on Monday night.
Awesome.
But we still have slots available.
Oh, yeah,
we're
more
doing
the merrier.
boys and girls. So
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Boys
sons and
girls.
daughters.
Actually, it looks like mostly girls joined.
So far, yeah.
So far.
Okay.
So.
And well, great. We want the more the merrier here. We want to get them, and this is they're going to grow together. So basically, the idea is Pack 61. These collective group of kids. I mean, obviously, we're going to add more, but we want to build that core, and then they kind of grow together. And so as they get older and more advanced into scouting, the pack will go with that. So at some point, this Cub Scout pack will turn into a Boy Scout troop. 61, Scout Troop 61, and things like that. So that's the goal here. So we're looking for those Cub Scout
Primarily,
age
we're looking
children.
at 2nd through 4th graders, but we'll take 5th graders.
Okay.
And we'll take some 1st graders, but we'll probably accelerate the first graders into the 2nd grade class.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because that's kind of where we're at the moment with the manpower, woman power, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
At the moment. So that's where we're at. And American Legion is offering some discounts. So if you have members in our post or you are the son or daughter of veterans, et cetera, if in some form or fashion you qualify for membership in the American Legion and you choose to join in some form or fashion, for the first year we kind of write off most of your scouting.
That's great.
In the 2nd year, there will be a subsidy, but it will be considerably lower because we can't give away the store every year.
Sure.
Yeah. But,
the pack has to support itself, too.
Right. The idea
in some way,
is get everybody in, and then we also need to do a lot of fundraising.
Yeah.
I mean,
how do you guys feel about popcorn?
I think it's tasty.
I think it's
Well, get rich to eating some. You're going to buy some.
Popcorn is something that we plan on selling. We plan on selling recipe books.
Okay. Well, usually the popcorn's like a national scouting thing. I think you do that regardless. That's part of the program.
That's part of it. Yeah, we were talking to Matt about it last night. So we've got that. We got the recipe books and various other things that we have.
It'll just really depend on what the parents and kids are interested in doing for fundraising.
Okay.
So, I mean,
but the Cub Scouts, this group, we plan on being a little bit more traditional.
Gotcha.
I mean, it is American Legion after all. We're kind of rigid in our ways. So we're going to try to get back to old-time scouting, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But we plan on making it fun, too.
Sure.
So
getting to the principles and core of what scouting is all about.
Americanism, the flag.
Yeah, the 12 points of the Scout Law, the Scout motto, the things that Scouts live their motto by are very similar to American Legion.
Our concern is that some of the scouting has kind of adrifted.
Yeah.
So we're trying to kind of pull back a little bit.
Okay.
So Matt was actually telling me something interesting last night about the scouting books. Obviously, they've changed over the years.
The handbooks, yeah.
Yeah, so if anyone has a handbook from like the 60s or 70s and you wouldn't mind sharing it with us, it'd be nice to have it just so that we could show the kids that there are other things out there besides
what you can
what's
do?
in the current handbook.
Make a trip over to Boy Scout headquarters. They keep stuff like that laying around.
They might,
They can borrow one. Because I I was there when they did their Eagle dedication back in April.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting there, and they had they had the handbook from when I was in the 80s.
Yeah.
And then they had earlier ones, too, and later ones. And I was kind of nosing through because I was like, oh, and I looked through my books like, yeah, I remember this one very well because that's the one and then I went and looked at older ones and stuff. So, you know what? And I may even have one. I got one deep. I got a trunk of Boy Scout stuff buried in my garage, and I think I might have a couple not before my time Scout handbooks too.
Probably in my box I have all that stuff. I do know that I also have a box from Simeon's.
Mm-hmm.
Simeon was down here.
And he was a little older, so he might have an even older handbook. You never know.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like 6 or 7 years older than me.
Yeah.
But anyway, I probably have all of his stuff too.
Maybe, yeah.
Good
But
deal.
anyway, so yeah, the first meeting is going to be on Thursday at 6 o'clock.
This upcoming Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Sweet.
we're hitting the ground running.
Great.
6 o'clock.
I need to kind of back up a little bit to Memorial Day so that I can clear up some confusion. The American Legion is sponsoring 2 ceremonies on Monday.
The 30th.
The 30th. So 10 a.m. at Memory Lawn.
Yes.
And then we're going to turn around and do it again at 1 p.m. at South Park Cemetery.
Very good.
And I kind of need to make the asterisk that it is not at McBride.
Gotcha.
Right.
We are going back to the traditional spot, which is by the administration building where
Gotcha.
the flags are.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Again at South Park there.
South Park
Yeah.
Cemetery.
And then Memory Lawn. 10 a.m. at Memory Lawn.
is our first focus.
Yes.
Primary.
And then in the afternoon at 1 o'clock, it'll be the ceremony out at South Park Cemetery.
Right.
Yeah. Hopefully there will be shade.
So
And then we'll need to pick up the flags.
yeah, it's gonna be like 102 or 104 or something.
Then we'll need to pick up the flags either late Monday night or Tuesday.
I'm thinking Tuesday morning because it's cooler then.
Yeah, another 7 a.m. jaunt might be a little
Right,
bit better for that
exactly.
one. So, but again, looking for volunteers to help with flags.
Yes.
9 a.m. Saturday out at Memory Lawn Cemetery.
Memory Lawn.
Yeah, not this Saturday. Next
Yeah,
Saturday.
we don't
the
need
28th.
we
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
The American Legion does not need assistance putting flags out at South Park. That's being handled by a different group this year.
Gotcha. Okay. Good deal. Yeah, I think that's
If
the
you want
Scouts
it,
are doing
but
that,
if you
yeah.
want, well, they're going to do part of it.
Okay.
But if you want to help them,
They'll meet at 7.
They're meeting at 7.
Very
Right.
good. Excellent. So, that's another great way. Please come out to Memorial Day ceremony. If you can't make both, at least try to go to one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can, definitely come out to help out with flags. We all have our. I said this earlier in the show, but we all got our 3-day weekend. We all love our barbecues and family and all that. But let's spend a few minutes of that weekend. At least observing the reason why we celebrate the weekend, and we do it to honor those that have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation. So
Right.
if you can spend a few minutes on Saturday morning placing flag markers out at the grave sites, or come out to the services on Memorial Day here, either at 10 or at 1, I bring the family. I think it's great. That's why I love when the Scouts are out here doing it, because it's having those kids putting the flags in, and they're seeing these names of these people. Some there's 3,500 at South Park that go back to.
There's a lot of them out there.
And 200 plus at Memory Lawn. So
Yeah, and as far as the Cub Scouts are concerned, don't be concerned by the fact that you missed Monday's meeting. I mean, we'll be signing up kids all,
you gotta make
all
it
year
this time.
long.
Scouting,
This is an annual
yeah,
thing.
it's
a year-round
But the
program.
plan is to meet on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Very good.
If you go to roswelllegion.org, there is a page. If you click on the left side for PAC 61, and then it'll give you the latest information.
Very cool. Good deal. So please come if you learn about. And I'll tell you this, as I was talking with Bobby Arnett in them last hour in scouting, I'm scouting. I owe much of what I am today because of my experiences in scouting as a kid. I joke, but it's not. I'm not joking. I'm serious. My first stripe from the United States Air Force, I got it because I'm an Eagle Scout. That was after I
Very
completed
cool.
basic training. I was in slick sleeve. I had a stripe, and it was because I'm an Eagle Scout. That's the only reason why.
And the
Very
next
cool.
big event is going to be June 18th. We're going to do a flag retirement over at Post 28.
Yes, American Legion Post 28, their facility there on
1620 North Montana.
Montana. I kept wanting to say Missouri. Montana.
No, yeah.
And
bear in mind, for safety, we're trying to get the fire department out there to wet down the ground ahead of time because, of course, the fire danger is really high.
Yeah.
Safety first.
Sure.
We're going to try to be as safe as possible.
And obviously, we'll do whatever the discretion of the fire department is on that kind of stuff. Whatever they recommend is
But
what
if
we'll
you have
do.
any flags to retire, please bring them on down or bring them by our post or their post.
And if you'd like to see some of how the process of how a flag is retired, I invite you to come and hang out for a little bit. Now, if you don't have to, but in between now and then, if you'd like to drop off flags that need to be retired, we'll take them off your hands. But
you can drop them off at 200 North Pennsylvania, or you can drop them off at 1620 North Montana.
Yeah, either place.
Call us. We'll come get them. I mean, it's not like Roswell is a sprawling metropolis.
Let us know here at the radio station.
Anywhere. Yeah.
If you let us know at the radio station, and I'll make sure it gets to the right hands.
Yeah.
No problem. No problem.
We'll come to you if need be, and we'll pick up your flag, especially if it's a rather large flag.
Yeah.
Now, I do know that we're planning on replacing the flag at Memory Lawn on Memorial Day.
Great.
We're going to put up a brand new 18 by 25.
Okay.
And then we're going to take the one down that's up there, and we're going to repair it.
Okay.
So that we'll have a spare.
Nice. It's not ready to be retired, but it does need some work on it.
Now, the plan is I'm going to hoist up a POWMIA flag as well. And unfortunately, it's only 3 by 5, so it can't stay up there. Yeah, it'll be small, but it's just for Memorial Day. Physics intervenes and tells us that with a large 18 by 25 and a 3 by 5 flag on the same lanyard, it can be really difficult, especially in Roswell winds. So it will not be permanently up there, but it'll just be up there.
It'll be there for the day. Yeah, very good. Yep. Excellent. Another thing we want to talk about here is, in case people are watching the video here, they might see somebody hanging out over my shoulder. Here, you may have barely noticed.
Nice.
Well, I do realize that your boss is a big fiend for Trump stuff, so we just brought that by temporarily so that.
But joking aside here, that you were talking about the bear program and things that we're doing.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about this and kind of what this represents.
Well, I don't know that this represents anything.
Well, I mean, it's a reminder for me, at least. I say when I do it. I mean, we're having fun with the bear, but in reality, there is a program we've got going on that we're working with our law enforcement. 3
out of 4 Thursdays every month, we are going to be making, aside from the Quilt of Valor and
we're still working on the Quilt of Valor.
On.
But the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 61 is working on a charity bear program.
Yeah.
And basically what that is we are hand making simple bears, stuffed bears, and we're going to donate.
Yeah, not as elaborate as this one.
No, not as elaborate as Trumpy. No. They're simple little bears. They're very cute. And we're using basically leftover materials that we've had from other projects.
Right.
So there's really not a whole lot of cost involved, which is nice. So the money that is sponsoring these bears can be also used to help kids in need.
Really more keepsake items. I mean, the idea for them is to help kids during trouble situations, but they're a bunch of homemade bears. I mean, it's kind of a family keepsake at this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not like you just go and pulling one out of that claw machine at the Pizza Hut. You know what I mean?
These are not commercially made bears.
No.
These are made with love, handmade. Most of them are hand sewed. I mean, they use machine on some of it, but I mean, a lot of this stuff has to be assembled by hand.
Yeah.
The bellies and all that stuff, and they glue on pieces and.
Yeah, we use a fabric glue that holds it together really well. And basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to provide kids that are in crisis. So when the sheriff department rolls up on an accident or there's something going on at home or whatever, they pull out these bears and give them to the kids to help keep them calm, and give them some sort of comfort. And that's our goal, is to provide Roswell and Chavez County
So
kids.
at some point, our law enforcement, all of our law enforcement officers have one or two of these in the trunk of their vehicles. So
that would be the goal.
So when
we're planning on giving a bunch of them. I'm not sure what the exact number. I do know that Reineke sponsored 50 bears. But
awesome.
I don't know that every one of those will go directly to Harrington. But
we want to give some to the police department too.
Well, we gave the police department.
You don't need all the bears.
Well, we gave the police department a bunch of stuffed animals. A year ago.
A year or two, yeah.
But their supplies may be depleting. I don't know.
I hope not, but it probably is.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like
I would like to think that they would always have a full inventory, but the purpose of them is to be given out.
And I'm sure even NM State Police probably could use a couple for their.
Yeah,
that's been bandied about.
Yeah. So certainly, or maybe if we get to a point where we're able to give some to like Hagerman, Dexter, and all the other police departments.
Depends on how many people want to sponsor and how many people want to help. So
more sponsors mean more bears, mean more sitting in squad cars throughout Chavez County.
$10, we even give you the right to name the bear.
There you go.
So.
Yeah.
There you go.
Pretty cool. And we're also, in addition to the charity bears, we're hoping to do some fundraising, not only for the Scouts and Memory Lawn and all of those, but we also know that there are communities here in town that also need assistance, such as the Assurance Home and all of those as well. So, yes, we give during the holidays, but keep in mind that people need help year-round.
Yep.
So please don't hesitate to donate during summer months too.
And the summer months are the drier months.
Yes.
Believe it or not, one of your biggest resources for collecting donations is schools. Mm-hmm. When it comes to food, that's majority comes from schools. And so that supply dries up for these organizations. Blood donations, a lot of them come from schools.
Yes.
Even post-COVID and things. They're still so the numbers dry up during the summer months. Financial donations dry up because people, right now it's drying up because you're paying $5 for a gallon of gas and
doesn't help.
And $10 for a hamburger at a place, but normally during the summer months that too dries up because people are going on vacations and they just it's different time. They're not in their normal pattern, so they're not donating regularly and things like that. So
yes, the times are more difficult. So whereas you might have wanted to donate $20, maybe you can only donate $5. That still makes a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Every little bit.
And please bear in mind, we take donations all year round. I mean, Crumlin gives us money for our scholarships, and Reineke gives us money for this, that. And
we've had some great supporters over.
We really have.
Leprino just gave us, a bunch of money too. I mean, so we got a lot of cheese money.
Yeah.
But it helps that
it's a lot of cheddar.
Helps that we know a guy there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, as this American Legion Post Family 61 expands, we need money to help the community.
Absolutely.
So, if you got a few bucks, I mean, I don't care if it's $1. Okay, we need some. We need some cash.
And before we know it, we'll be back out with the farmers market and stuff.
I was just going to suggest
that'll be getting underway here pretty quickly.
Yeah,
I think in July they get underway officially.
Yeah, July 9th is the first official farmers market day. So if you guys would like to come out and say hi, and I haven't seen you all year, so come out and say hey.
Yeah, American Legion Post 61 always has a presence out there. Usually if you get there early enough, there's some delicious baked goods. But you wait later in the day, they usually aren't around.
Yeah, you got to be quick. They go pretty fast.
But usually we also have some great keepsakes and things for folks to buy as well too. It was masks, but we don't need those so much now.
Thank goodness.
I have a couple left over.
If you want one, I think I do too.
But we've got bandanas. We've got.
We're making
koozies.
We can do pot holders and steering wheel covers.
We don't do pot holders anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what we're making this year.
Steering wheel covers seem to be a big hit.
Whatever the ladies get motivated to make this year. That's kind of
and men too. And it looks like we may have a second male.
Nice.
Maybe we can convince him to join,
Well, he brought it up at the meeting on Monday.
He's eligible for all 3 legs of the family.
Yes, he is. That's kind of a distinction. Instead of a dual member, you're a tri-member.
Yeah, well, when you marry a veteran, that's
pretty impressive.
If you had a motorcycle.
Yeah, if you are a veteran, you marry a veteran.
Quad.
Yeah.
And that's not like a quadriplegic.
I don't know. You probably you have to split yourself in two. That's a lot of events to go to.
Yes,
it's a lot of hats. But
there's a lot of hats.
Well,
for sure.
I have so many hats.
You do have a bevy of hats.
I can't even tell you.
It's like the rainbow coalition of hats that he has. There's yellow, white, red, blue.
No red ones yet.
There's only 2 hats that I don't have, and I really don't want them. Is the red hat.
Yeah.
Because that just kind of means you're, Uber everything. And there's a blue and white hat for the sons.
Okay.
But we don't have counties in New Mexico, so we're not eligible.
Well, we have counties, but we don't have them in this structure.
No. Yeah.
You live in one, but yes, we have.
We only have 1,500 sons in the state of New Mexico,
Gotcha.
so you can't really divide.
It's not enough to.
Well, we have 1,500 sons that are signed up for the Sons of the American Legion. I am sure there are many children of veterans out there that have not signed up yet.
Which means if you're interested in becoming a legionnaire or a son or an auxiliary member,
if you're
love to have you.
Yeah, if your dad or your grandfather served in the military, honor their service by joining.
Absolutely.
We'd love to have you participate, but you don't have to. We know you're all busy.
Well, we talked about money and things, but it also takes bodies for us to help do these things, to help work at the cemetery.
We could really use some more local members.
Or Memorial Day ceremonies or Veterans Day or any of some of our tentpole things that we do as part of American Legion. And certainly with scouting, we're going to, if we're looking for more den parents, we're looking for more scouts, volunteers, adult leaders to be a part of that as well, too. And so that you technically don't have to have any connection to American Legion. If you just have a passion for scouting, we'd love to have you part of that, too.
For sure, definitely. One last thing before
what else we got?
Before we have
scholarships, too. That's another thing we need.
Yeah, we have scholarships, but also the Friday before Memorial Day is known as National Poppy Day.
Okay.
And a couple of our auxiliary members will be out around town. So
with poppies?
Yeah, so if you happen to spot them, make a donation, grab a poppy,
Good day. Give them a buck or two, and they'll give you a poppy, which, when we talk veterans and kind of symbolism and all that, there's a lot of meaning behind that.
Yeah,
so.
There's a poem called In Flanders Field. If you get a chance, do a search on the internet for it. It's a pretty good poem.
Yeah.
And it kind of tells you about what the poppy is for and what it means.
Yeah. It's, obviously military is steeped in tradition and steeped in that kind of thing. And the poppy, that it's all part of that. It's why a lot of veterans do what they do is because of some of the pageantry and part of the symbolism of a lot of that stuff, because they know what's important behind that. So that's why it's important to American Legion, important to veterans. So, but yes, if you'd like to that Friday before the Memorial Day weekend there, just be on are they going to be downtown walking around, or
I think they're probably going to be over at the Roswell Livestock.
Roswell Livestock Farm
out on
Supply.
2nd, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So swing on by there and get your poppy.
Yeah, she has. She'll have the poppy flowers, the little crepe flowers, but she's also got some posters that are. I think it's for the veteran, proud to be a veteran, lives here type thing. It's very cool.
So if you'd like to have some of that for your home or to display,
just put something to put in your window.
Yeah. Maybe put out during 4th of July if you got someone sensitive to fireworks. Put that thing out. Say, hey, don't be a jerk. Very cool. And then, of course, I mentioned scholarships here. American Legion Post 61 family have been for a while now offering some great scholarships for people that are that fall into the category of veterans or family members of veterans, and this is for secondary education, STEM related. Or all of that, or first responder. So, and it's to any
you
secondary
weren't at
school.
the meeting, so you don't know. But we changed the scholarship slightly to it's perpetual.
Okay.
So, in other words, we're not beholden to specific dates. We're going to be awarding these throughout the year, depending upon when we.
Gotcha.
How
People
many
apply,
we get in, we'll figure it out and put them in line, basically. So, and we changed the rules slightly too, so you can apply for additional funds every other year.
Oh, nice.
So
okay.
that means,
so you can reapply if you're still in school.
If you got something in 21, you could reapply in 23.
I like it. That's great.
However, priority is given to new scholarships.
Gotcha. So if you got one once, and there's someone waiting, you're going to have to wait a little longer.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah.
But if you're interested, I know, and this is kind of a popular time of year, people thinking about secondary education and paying for it and all that stuff. Please go to roswelllegion.org. You will see an application for the scholarships. It's on the right-hand side there. You can see all the requirements. You got an essay you got to fill out, and all of that.
It's a short essay.
Yeah.
Bear in mind that just because New Mexico went to free tuition doesn't mean that pays all your bills. You still got to buy books.
Yeah, this covers everything.
Equipment and all that stuff. The only thing we don't pay for is your party, and you're going to have to pay for that yourself.
You're on your own dime for your party.
Yeah.
But which you're in college, you can do it on the cheap, trust me.
And it's not just for high school seniors either. It's anybody who's going to college, to secondary school or tech school
trade
or
school
whatever.
or whatever. If you're going to anything that's first responder or STEM related, which is very broad.
Yeah.
That covers just about anything science
And it can
related.
be a second
Nurses,
career.
Yeah.
Paramedics,
mechanics,
police
all of that.
officers.
If it involves science, math, or engineering, it's qualifies. So
for sure.
Or first responders. So absolutely. So please go to the website, fill out those applications.
I can't believe that you're going to leave money on the table. I mean, seriously.
Exactly. It's free money.
It's called free money, and there's no strings attached to it.
If I was,
you don't have to pay it back.
Yeah. If I was a college kid going, I would apply for everything on the planet. Just throw them out there, and it's really just see when they stick.
Yeah.
And next thing you know,
the worst they can say is no.
Yeah. And next thing you know, you may have got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, but you got a couple grand now that is going to pay for college that you didn't have before. So please go to roswelllegion.org. Research.
Believe me, I can spend $2,500 on something fun.
Well, as I say, no one wants these. We can just turn that money around and put it towards memory lawn or something else. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. And funny as I've been telling people, I got all this money I can't give away. I got $11,500. Nobody wants it. And you know what? I still don't have any applications.
So please go to roswelllegion.org, fill out an application. Let's go. Let's get you some money for college here. So anything else we need to mention, or do we get it all? I just saw the time.
That's all I can think of at the moment.
For the time allotted, that's about all we got. We don't have anything major coming up. We kind of try to take it a little slow on the summer. Most of the time, we're at Memory Lawn.
Usually people get summer plans, so a little
we
quieter.
got a convention into this next month, and then we've got national convention in August. So in the meantime, we try to do a little downtime.
Good deal. Well, excellent. Well, come on out again this Saturday, Memory Lawn, beginning at.
Not this Saturday.
Next Saturday. Sorry, I keep doing that.
It's this Thursday.
This Thursday.
The Scouts are meeting.
Yeah, the Scouts meeting this Thursday. Saturday before Memorial Day. Please come out to Memory Lawn beginning at 10 a.m. 9 a.m. for flag disbursement of the graves there. And then, of course, Memorial Day on Monday, come out for ceremonies at Memory Lawn at 10 a.m. and then at 1 p.m. out at South Park Cemetery.
Indeed.
Very good. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate
Thank you.
it. It's pretty it. We'll see you next time here. Well, I'll see you soon, probably.
Probably.
All right, 9:55. Quick set of commercials before we get kicked off the radio. Don't go away.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. President Biden indicates that he may reduce U.S. tariffs on some Chinese imports. Mr. Biden confirms he plans to reconsider the tariffs imposed by former President Trump. Airbnb scaling back operations in China.
Airbnb joins a series of foreign internet companies, including Yahoo and eBay, that pulled out of China after running into fierce local competition and regulatory barriers. The company's chief strategy officer says that the rental service will shut down July 30th.
That's correspondent Jeremy House. A larger than expected drop in new home sales last month, down 16.6%. A 1.7% decline was anticipated. Best Buy's first quarter results show that shoppers pulled back on their spending, while higher costs ate into the bottom line. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
At LeGrand Funeral Chapel, we believe that every funeral should be a reflection of the life it honors. The joys, the triumphs, the faith, the family, and so much more. For us, no detail is too small, no request too big. This is Rosa Aguilar. When the time comes to choose a funeral home, we hope you'll let us serve your family. At LeGrand Funeral Chapel and Crematory, we make it personal.
Jay Block for governor. Jay Block, conservative, veteran, leader. Jay Block is the only choice to stand up and defeat Michelle Lujan Grisham. Mr. Block is a veteran of combat, serving in Afghanistan, a nuclear commander, and winner of the New Mexico State Republican Convention. As an America First conservative, Mr. Block has turned blue seats red and has never lost a race. Mr. Block will end the madness in Santa Fe once and for all. He's not a weatherman. He's not a rhino. Jay Block is a conservative, veteran, and a leader. Vote June 7th in the Republican primary.
Paid for by Friends for Jay Block.
You know, there's something magical about homegrown tomatoes. Watching the plants grow, seeing the blooms pop, and then picking a big, ripe tomato and slicing it up on a sandwich. Hi, this is Jim Gill. Here at Roswell Seed Company, we have some of the prettiest tomato plants that we've ever seen, just waiting for you to make the magic happen. We have some good-looking pepper plants, too, and the geraniums will be coming along soon. So you say tomato, and I'll say tomato. Come and get your plants at Roswell Seed. No, I'm not going to say tomato. Nobody around here says tomato.
When you're not feeling well, the last thing you want to worry about is how soon you can get in to see your healthcare provider, or even finding a provider if you don't have one. Well, now you can feel better, knowing that the Loveless Healthcare Center in Roswell offers appointments for when you're not feeling well, or for checkups, annual exams, or any chronic issues that need attention. To schedule an appointment or to find a new healthcare provider, call 575-625-3222 today.
Roswell is our home. That's why we've all got to do our part to stop illegal dumping. Throwing your trash, clutter, or yard debris in the alleys, sidewalks, or streets is a crime, and it takes time and money to clean it up. Those caught dumping illegally can face fines of up to $500. You can help by taking your waste to the landfill once a month for free with a paid water bill. Call the City of Roswell Solid Waste Department for more information at 575-624-6746. Help keep Roswell clean. After all, do you want your kids to grow up in a dump? The Wheels of Fortune savings event is on now at Roswell Nissan with prices slashed across the lot, like a 2016 Ford Escape priced under $17,000 or a 2012 Infiniti G37 under $15,000. Get a trip to Vegas and spin the wheel to win just for stopping by. A Home Depot gift card with a test drive and a toolkit or grilling kit with any purchase. And register to win a $400 Visa gift card to be given away May 28th at 1 p.m.